You know, I wanted it to be out this year. It's starting to look less and less likely.
What is with Series 2 and fan-made Robot Wars and it just being delayed?
Grand Slam Series 2 when?
Yeah. I mean, Robot Wars
Mate,
in Mega
I would
Series
Series
2 has a
2
plan.
Hey, at least you have it all plotted out.
Yeah, I mean, that is an advantage of... I don't know.
And wait,
just
Anarchy
plan-
Series 2? No.
Yeah, well, that's because...
Bad
Yeah,
blood,
that one I can
when?
understand, though, because COVID decided to, like...
Cancel.
Yeah.
Oh,
Even
although
though-
I have
even
to-
though
And World of
they
Woodrow
should
seems a bit too
be
focused
even
on
more
his
productive,
series, and...
like,
I've
World
still
of
got...
Woodrow seems to be focused on, like, the news, and you seem to be focused on your actual education.
Well, with me, I do a news show on my other channel, okay, of Minecraft, okay, and that takes up so much time. It takes so much time, so I can understand why he's only doing the news. It's really rough. Oh yeah, the wiki is broken right now, isn't it? The wiki is so broken.
just take it.
Anyway, so have you got all the images ready?
I do, yes. I got everything.
Alright, so got it all in alphabetical order. And just
Now
need to
I
check
could
both.
actually screen share my screen, and you could watch my screen share, and we can flick through all the you know.
Oh, but
things.
my phone would lag to oblivion and like say Discord stop responding. Which
Oh,
is
it
so
might
sad.
do. It might do. We could try it and see what happens, because it would be nicer for the video. Plus, it doesn't show all my Discords. Oh.
Yes. So you could just record your screen bit as well as the audio, and then you could just send it to me, and then it'd be like.
I
lol.
can indeed. I'll probably do it on like Google Drive. Would probably be the best way to do that. I don't know, something like that. We'll get it sorted out. Don't worry.
It'll probably be ready by like I don't know when. I'll probably upload it on Wednesday because Request Fights Fight Night gets in the way.
Fun stuff. Fun stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Where did I save this?
Okay.
Oh wait, I didn't save it. No, I didn't save it. Oh dear.
Now it's Battlebots.
I also have to think of a funny thumbnail, which just comes up into my head.
It's gonna be the two images of Rampage, isn't it?
Is it in Robot Series 2 Rampage?
Sounds about right.
My favorite one, my favorite mess up was in like confirmed teams for 2020, and one of them had a picture of Ron.
Oh yeah. Oh no, the guy that does it though, QWERTY, he always does that every year. He did Roadblock last year. He did Tower of Power one year. Oh, he always adds a Trollbot in. In fact, he added La Machine in Series 3, and then that became a joke that actually made it onto the show. La Machine was the 56th robot. That was good stuff.
That reminds me of a dream I had though, the Ron thing, where I just remember I had a dream where I bought Ron off the internet.
Just
and
Ron.
upgraded it and actually won events with it.
Oh my goodness. Can you see the PowerPoint?
Let me click on that thingy.
That's great. If you can go on my screen, you don't need to worry too much because I'm literally gonna flick the image every 5 minutes once we're done talking about the robot.
And we got our Echo.
Oh, there we go. Good stuff.
It's just, right. It just shows me like a white box with grey on it.
That's not right. That's not right. Hang on, don't worry. I got this. Let's change the settings a little bit. There we go. This should work. Yes.
Alright.
You should see Aegis. Is that? Is it working?
Yeah, we got the robots.
Oh, nice. Okay. Awesome.
Right, so start recording and we'll do the intro.
I'm just gonna make sure I'm recording because I normally do that and then I'm not in. Okay, yeah, I'm recording.
Alright, yes. Alright.
Do the intro. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey guys, the Bot Builder's back and welcome to another video, and I'm going to proceed to like mess up my words multiple more times because I never plan out how my intros go. This is a special podcast, as instead of doing the alternative first round, we're going to be doing something Battlebots related. Now of course, on October, it's of course all about the month of terror on my channel, but it's also the month of Battlebots starting. And, well, a majority of the robots have been revealed to the public. Not all of them have done. I'll probably talk about the last few in a separate video. But it'll be fun to get me, Robot Combat Models, the guy who told me about a lot of this, and Akimbi, because no one else is available, to go through all the robots. So say hello, you two Scottish men.
Right, what's going on, YouTube? I'm Robot Combat Models. I run a robot channel just like the Bot Builders, but not as good. And I'm here!
Well, that's just incorrect. Your one is way better than mine.
This is debatable. That's not what the sub count says. Anyway.
Sub count. Oh dear.
Alright, so should we slither into our first robot?
Yes.
Okay.
Aegis, I think it's called.
Aegis. That's how I would pronounce it.
Oh, I would call it Aegis.
Let's see what Google says.
Oh yes, the best way of doing it. Google Translate for the win. Let's go.
Alright, here we go. Turning up. Okay. Aegis.
Oh.
I'm gonna say Aegis. I don't think that's right either.
I'm gonna say Aegis. Either way, I really like the look of this thing.
It is. It's really nice. It's really nice.
It's very smooth, and strangely enough, it reminds me a tiny bit of Rohog, which is kind of a meme related to my channel.
No, there's actually
Except it's actually good. Hopefully it'll be good.
Hopefully. Hang on, I have some things up that said a little bit about it. Hang on, I'll just get that back up. But there has been a video of it in the test box release.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
And honestly, I think they said the flipper should be really powerful. It might have been on half power when I saw it, but when I saw it in the test, it didn't seem incredibly powerful. And what have we got? Aegis flipper fires at nearly a foot in height and less than 100 milliseconds for 6,000 pounds of force.
Well, that's technical data for all you technical people.
So on paper, it should be extremely powerful. But then that's what Devastator was meant to be as well. Devastator was meant to be the robot to win Series 7. But then we all know what happened.
I just played out because I didn't realise what Devastator you talked about. You talked about that thing.
Yeah, that was meant to be more powerful than Hypnotist.
Yeah, or when the Mad Dog team claimed that they were more powerful than Chaos 2.
Yeah, I mean, lots of things are said on paper, and they're not always right. But this could be a big flipper this year.
Yeah, I mean, especially without Bronco.
I know.
Don't
speak too soon. Don't speak too soon. There's a few mumblings about Bronco. They may or may not be there.
So what's your opinion on Aegis Akimbi?
Well, it seems like a robot, right?
Seems
yeah,
like
I don't think I'll do the best in battle. It seems a bit flimsy, just on the way it shapes. I don't think I'll hold up the bed. Especially if you get Tombstone or something.
Oh god! Oh no.
Its shape is good against spinners. I'm predicting a 2-2 record for this thing. You know,
I'm predicting... I think you'll get 2-2 at best, maybe 3-1, depend if it gets like bad luck or something.
Yeah. Just depends.
Because there are a lot of
just don't like it.
Either way, I mean, I'm expecting to see this thing going to Desperado, and I don't know, maybe get to like round 2 in it or something.
Round 2 Desperado, yeah. That sounds about right. Also, I think a good thing to say right now is that we're not roasting any of these robots, we're just criticizing them. And we want to get proven wrong. But don't take this the wrong way.
And also, if we ever do go off the rails and end up roasting any of these robots and the teams are watching it, please don't take it seriously. I'm like a teenager and I know literally nothing about engineering, so like...
I could never build one of these. You've entered this into Battlebots, you're already better than me.
Yeah.
Casually sits team.
Yeah, and the reason we're saying we think that is because, well, I mean, Well, I mean, not everybody can win because the standards of robots is incredibly high.
Battlebots is so competitive. It's absolutely outrageous.
Yeah, and typically flippers don't tend to do the greatest in Battlebots due to the arena.
Yeah, there's no pits, small flip out zones. I don't know. I think Aegis could surprise us though. If it works the way it says on paper, it could rival Hydra. And we need to see Aegis and Hydra fight. That'll be a good one.
Oh, no, I'd love to see just a full-on flipper rumble, like chucking Sub-Zero as well.
Oh, Sub-Zero, that one. Yeah, I forgot about them.
But we're not in the S's, we're currently in the A's. And now we're going on to our next machine, because I don't think we've got anything else to say, apart from it's got a tiger on it. It's got a tiger on it.
Nah, we don't have the best picture of this robot yet. This is Atom 95. I don't know what happened to 1 to 93, but this is 94. Alright, I say it was 95. This is Atom 94. Okay, yeah, and they have another one revealed to supporters, a better image, but since that's supporters only, I'm not going to show it here.
Yes, we don't want to get, like, break the rules and break the law.
But it is a drum spinner, and it's Indian. This is the first Indian team to ever compete in Battlebots. So this will be interesting.
There have been Indian teams before, like, I mean, Yasaji's the first thing that comes to my mind.
Yasaji went to China, but the first ever Battlebots Indian robot is this one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how well Yasaji did, because, I mean, I stopped watching KOB Season 2 pretty quickly.
Yasaji just took hits, it fought fight after fight, and it won them all. It did very well. Indians are getting better. We always talk about the Chinese being the next force in robot combat, but the Indians are doing a lot as well.
I think just Asia in general just have a pretty strong robot combat scene.
And the Russians are still in there as well.
Yeah.
They're still doing their event. But yeah, we don't have too much to talk about for Atom 94, because we don't have the best picture, and I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah.
So
anything to say?
Yeah.
I feel like we haven't been letting it be
I know,
much yet.
I just don't want to talk about it.
You've been on my channel before.
Yeah. I mean,
like,
don't have too much to say about this. We don't have a complete picture of it.
Wait, I got a good joke to make. You know, like, when you was, like, little, and you did your, like, off-camera Family Road Wars tournaments? Like, maybe this might have just been me, but did you ever have a robot that was literally just a broken car, a broken Hot Wheels car without the main body on it, and you just like pushed it in, and you just used that as a robot, like gave it some name like Unnamed 3000
I think I did that in like one of my briefly lived Lego series.
Because I did that.
Hot Wheels car, some like cheap like car from Poundland, I think I did that at one point.
I think there was a toy car that was no joke 100 years old that competed in my series.
Oh, I had a robot like that as well, and I just called it, I gave it a really weird name. It was named after my reverend at my old school. I don't know why, but I just called it Trev. So, yeah.
Okay, well, shall we go on to our next one?
I was an odd child back then. I still am now.
Axe backwards.
Ah, yes, the robot that does nothing but disappoint me.
Yeah.
It's the reincarnation of Barbarous. Barbarous 3 in a bit. But I would
love the Barbarous team to come back, but
they said something about Robot Wars. They said they might come back, but then Robot Wars got cancelled.
Yeah, it's like a Shredder Revolution all over again.
Axe backwards looks beautiful, as always. I still don't think it's going to do incredibly well, unfortunately.
My fear is that kind of full-bodied spinning drum design work in a modern robot combat setting.
I don't know, there's just so many powerful verts, and the moment a vertical spinner rams into you, you're done.
Yeah, I mean, I can't get too upset because like Axe backwards always seems to be that machine that enters just to be more of a spectacle than to like.
And you know what, the teams are so fun. They are so nice. They seem like a really genuine.
I mean,
mhm.
when Axe backwards does lose, though, it is often an entertaining loss.
Yes, it is. Normally they like self-destruct in some way.
They get split in half or when they got hooked.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna say 1 in 3 for this robot this time. Might pick up a win.
Yeah, they just keep on improving it, and hopefully the durability gets better.
Yeah. So just take a look at their wins and losses. I was gonna say they might have had tough draws, but they've lost against Deviled Egg, Mammoth, Deep Six, Marvin. They've not had some of the best. They've lost against all those. They've only won against Ultimo Destructo in Season 3. So they're
Yeah, but
kind
Ultimo
of 1 in 7.
Destructo was Ultimo Destructo, wasn't it? I mean, let's be...
Yeah.
I mean, just go back to the original
Bring
Super
back
Heavyweight design.
Techno Destructo, yeah.
Yeah.
Techno Destructo was great.
I mean, I'll be honest as well, I completely forgot Deviled Egg exists until you reminded me.
Yeah, it competed in Robo Games, and then it just appeared in Battlebots the next year, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And it's gone.
From what I remember seeing one fight, and it didn't seem to be like a big flippy drum sprint. It seems to be more like
A grindy.
someone that like wears things down, which is interesting.
It's an interesting machine. But anyway, we're going to be talking about Axe backwards.
I would love to see like Series 6 Barbarous levels from this, in like a modern
Oh
setting.
yeah, Barbarous is very well. And it was plastic. I think we will get some good hits out of this thing.
Barbarous were ahead of their time. Like Jonathan Pierce maybe mocking them for being made of plastic, but I mean, look at Gabriel.
They did well. Plastic is the material of the future, especially in featherweights nowadays. Everyone's using plastic.
Alright, the next robot.
Okay, this is a fun one. Axolotl. Brand new machine. This thing looks beautiful. I love it. I really do.
Minus sidetrack, axolotls are probably one of my favourite sea creatures.
Oh, they're so cool, yeah. Yeah, they are. They're gonna get added to Minecraft now too. Oh, but this thing, I love the design. It looks like it has a decent weapon on it. So far, there's no footage of it tested. So I don't know how powerful the weapon is, but it looks like a solid robot.
This reminds me of a Battlebots competitor from last year, but I just can't quite put my finger on what it was called. Like, I might be thinking about Bunny, I think, maybe?
Yeah, I can see the resemblance. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. And Sausage Boy, I think, was the other one, or something.
Sausage was an undercutter.
Oh, which one was the Drisk that, like, launched Jester into the air? And then got caught on the debris?
Oh, that was not Apex. Destroyed. Oh, hang on. Get the Battlebots wiki up.
It does remind me a tiny bit of Phoenix as well from Battlebots. It's a...
Yeah, it does actually.
This feels like upscaling a beetle weight, which is really cool to see. Because I like beetle.
I'm just scared of those exposed tires. People never learn.
Yeah, but Tombstone's got exposed tires.
Fair enough.
I mean, they're doing the Robot Arena 2 tactic of like putting 2 tires on each side.
Oh dear.
Real hit. Only Chad's used that tactic in RA2.
Maybe like Power Slam.
If it gets lucky with the draws, it could make it to like a round of 16, perhaps. If it gets like lucky with the draws, like Wanhu last year. No, not Wanhu. Railgun Matt. How do they get those two mixed up?
Question:
They're so
are they still doing a round of 16? Because they were going to do a round of 32 this year, but that was when they had 80 robots competing. Are they still doing a round of 32? That's what I want to know.
I mean, I did hear about that, and I think World of Woodrow or somebody else said something like, yeah, but the round of 32 is just going to be pretty much the win you're in thing or something.
I suppose, yeah, it might be.
Yeah.
I think it might get into the top 32. But will it make top 16? Probably not. Maybe 2 and 2. I'll give it this one.
I mean, it all depends on the draw, because they're usually randomised, some of them are, so, yeah.
Although I've said, this is one of the best looking newcomers. I love it. I love it. But yeah.
Well, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Alright.
What machine is it? Yeah, it's not changed. It hasn't changed on mine. It's
Oh,
still
sorry.
on
Yeah, I didn't click it. My bad. Here we go.
Bale Spear.
Yeah, Bale Spear. The new design looks great. And it's actually Spear this year. It's a pneumatic spear. Which is interesting.
Bale Spear is. I mean, like in their last season they were in, they were just like the most chaotic thing. They were just driving everywhere, crashing into everything. It was fun.
And this is one of the things. COVID let us see Bale Spear again because it initially failed to qualify. But then, since they live quite near to filming, they've been invited back for this year. Which is good. I like Bale Spear. And it looks a lot better. This year.
Their wheels seem to be a lot more protected, which seems to be their weakness last time.
Still, though, the front looks pretty vulnerable. Like, there's lots of open pneumatics work in there. I'm worried, like, a spinner could just take him to it and just, like, shred that. We'll see, though. We'll see.
I mean, I do hope Bale Spear, like, gets at least a win, because they are a very entertaining robot.
I wonder what was their record? I think they won a couple fights in Series 2. I think they won quite a few tag teams.
Yeah, I think they had a victory over Foxtrot, but I think I could beat Foxtrot. But they're not. that was a
Predator,
bit harsh.
Predator, the other one.
Because it was Predator.
Because Foxtrot was season 4.
Well.
No, Bale Spear was 0-3. It lost to Basilisk and Double Dutch. It lost to Valkyrie. And it lost to Petunia and Predator.
Yes, Basilisk, a robot that I'm a massive fan of.
Was anyone else so hyped when it moved? That was like crazy.
I was hyped when the flipper worked.
I know, I was like, oh my god. I think my first reaction was, wait, it has a flipper?
Yeah.
Poor Basilisk. It looks so cool, but it really never worked to save itself. Bale Spear good though. Alright.
It's competing in Rossetti's Wars.
Is it?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think Bale Spear competed in Rossetti's Wars a couple of times, I think.
That'll be good fun. Anyway, I think the next one is the only UK robot. Yes, it is. It's Beta.
Rule Britannia.
I really hope this one does well.
I'm obliged to hope this thing wins. For two reasons. One, Britain, and two, I just want an axe robot or a swinging weapon robot to finally win a full-on series, because every other weapon type has, like, except for like maybe taught reactions, but I mean some people group that in with static.
Because if you choose to build an axe, you must know that you're probably not going to win. But axes never win, it's a real shame. Or hammers.
Yeah, I just really want to see an axe hammerbot win just something.
Well,
which
Terahertz
so
is a two-time champion of the UK
on
camera.
camera.
Fair
camera. Like, I really wish Terahertz did win Series 6, looking back, or Dominator 2 even.
It could have done well in Series 7, if it actually got in. Because that version of Terahertz was the same version that went in Series 8 of Robot Wars, and it ended up winning 2 championships. So that was a good version of Terahertz.
And yeah, but John Reed is just, he's perfected the craft of the swinging weapon robots.
Oh yeah. Beta is so good to see it back. It's been a long time. And I just
what happened to it.
I think it was filming clashes. They were over in China filming Gigabyte at the same time as Battlebots. So they were like, do we go with Tanshu to China, or do we go with Beta to the US? And they chose to take Tansha to China.
Imagine how hype it would be if all of John Weed's robots got into a fight with each other, like Beta, Terra, Tanshay, and then, I don't know, just chucking kilohertz just to get ruined by the rest.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Oh dear.
Oh,
But Beta definitely top 16 material. Maybe even top 8.
Oh yeah, yeah, I do hope this thing wins. I don't think it will, but
They got robbed against
Tombstone.
Tombstone. Beta should have beaten Tombstone. Beta should have got that decision. That was back when damage was everything. But Beta should have
Do you
won that
remember I
fight.
saw this video? It was like a classic video by a person who wasn't really too experienced with robot combat. It was like a video called like watching Battlebots for the first time, and it was like watching a bunch of fights. There are some classic moments in the video, like he didn't realise Mindful was a drum spinner, so he thought it was literally just a box.
Sounds about right.
And and in the Beta Tombstone fight, he saw that, and he was just like, yeah, well, I mean, hammers aren't really an effective weapon. They just can't really do any damage to anything at all.
It's the internal damage that counts, though.
Exactly.
Oh well. And actually, you don't see it on camera, but if you actually take a look at robots in real life, the hammer hits, they leave scars on a robot. Like I saw Ripper in February when I went to John's workshop, and it had so many hammer hits from Thor. Oh,
yeah,
so good.
So good. And if you just keep repeatedly hitting something, with a thing repeatedly, it's gonna do something to the internals eventually.
Yep. It's called damage. But yeah. All right. Keep me. What? You got anything to say?
Bonk.
Sound. Wait. Oh, I wish Nelly was.
Yes, Bonk, the robot that you make when you realise that, hang on a minute, I should probably make more axe robots.
Yes, that's exactly why I made Bonk. My series. That's exactly.
And then when you do make it, you then just look at it and think, man, I kind of wish I made Glitter Bomb instead.
Speaking of Glitter Bomb, they actually were in Battlebots this year with Glitter Princess, but then they had to pull out due to COVID. So they'll be there next year, I think.
Yeah, if there is next year.
I think there will be. Battlebots is just so popular right now. I think last year it was the 6th most watched TV show in America. That's good. I think there's like hundreds of them. It was 6.
If Robot Wars had those numbers, we'd probably be in Series 12 right now or something.
That's the thing. It was put against Blue Planet 2. He was competing with David Attenborough on BBC One. How do you compete with David Attenborough?
And they were also competing with the X Factor. Like, okay, I don't like the X Factor. I think the X Factor is rubbish, but I mean, it's mainstream rubbish. It's gonna be popular.
Oh well. Alright, next robot. Aha, here we go. This is a good one. Big Dill.
I'm going to be very careful to not make any inappropriate jokes here because I know my viewer audience. Yes, this is a cool machine.
I love this thing. I really like this.
This reminds me of Warhawk, Marvin, and Gruff just combined together. It's got like the weaponry of Gruff, the sort of the shatty shape of Warhawk, and the colours of Marvin.
I have to say, out of all the suplexers, it is probably one of the weaker ones. Like, I think Krusty Grab is probably a bit better. And Overhaul. But Big Dill's still a good robot. And it did very well in Robot Ruckus last year.
It's very toy-like in aesthetics, which is something I like.
Although it raises the question, this is one half of the Warhawk team this year, Team Food Fight, and the other half are with Mad Cat.
That explains the chassis.
Yes. So they've ditched Warhawk, and I think Warhawk won't be coming back. Because Mad Catter is now an axe and a spinner. So it's now Warhawk. But it's Mad Catter. And this is Big Dill. That's about
And therefore best.
yeah, exactly. So I don't think we'll ever see Warhawk again.
I mean, nothing against Warhawk. It's a good machine. It's just
Generic ferret.
Yeah.
It's a Raptor spinner, nobody cares.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think it could win a couple fights. It might even go 3-1 if it's lucky. But
Yeah, there are a lot of grapplers this year, aren't there? We're going to see some more.
oh yeah,
so-
it's really exciting.
Yeah,
All right, moving on. Black Dragon. Now I made this PowerPoint before the Season 5 Black Dragon was released. So this is a Series 4 one. But I can find the image quite quickly. If I can get that, I could show you the other one. Okay, hang on. We're in here? No, we're not. Okay.
the Rampage looks good, right?
Oh goodness. Right, I can't find the Series 5 version right now.
Well, yeah, I could find it very quickly.
Oh, dear.
I've always had a soft spot for when a team enters in a country that isn't their own. It's always just so cool to see just the clashing of just countries get together. Why,
This
like,
robot is
so-
top 16. Definitely.
I think it's better than top 16, top 8 material, I reckon.
This is representing Brazil this time, and it raises the question: which is better, Minotaur or Black Dragon?
Oh, that is tough.
Probably
Minotaur
Minotaur is the edge. I mean, it's
Minotaur is
two, though.
prime would beat Black Dragon, but I mean, I've always been more of a fan of Black Dragon.
I
because
like Black Dragon more.
Yeah, same opinion there.
Because I mean, it's time for a little story time. Me, when I first saw Series 9 and I saw Hobgoblin, I was hyped. This was like a unique, cool weapon.
I saw
But it just-
Hobgoblin live. Oh,
It didn't do well, and
No.
in Series 10, it disappointed me again. And I thought, oh well, I guess some weapons just can't really work on a heavyweight, and Egg Beaters are one of them. Then Black Dragon and Railgun
Black Dragon
Max
says
showed
no.
up, and I was like, and then I was just like, okay, you know what? Yeah, this weapon is amazing.
It is such a cool robot, and I hope it does really well. Alright, another one that we don't have the best public image for. But we have a better supporter image, but I can't show that, because it's a supporter image.
Oh, is this Rusty?
This is
No,
Black
not on
Widow.
there. I've seen images of Black Widow.
Black Widow's an interesting one. It's a drum spinner. And I've heard some people say it's a walker, which would be interesting. But I think the spider legs are just aesthetic. But that's Black Widow, and if it's a walker, that would be really
It could be like a shuffler. Could have like
Maybe.
shuffling banks, maybe.
I don't think Battlebots are giving you any extra weight for Shufflebots now, though. Which is a shame.
I wonder why.
Drillzilla.
Son of Ayashi.
Oh,
Series 3.
yeah. Oh, dear.
Felt bad for Gamatron. They were like pretty much banned from entering, and they didn't even have anything to do with the Walker ban.
Oh, dear. But, Black Widow, it's got a pretty small drum on the front. 1 in 3. Maybe. I can see this one competing in a lot of undercard battles.
Is the other Walker? Have they like what are they called? Gloomweaver or something? Haven't they confirmed that they won't be entering?
Gloomweaver will not be in this year,
Oh, that's a
unfortunately.
shame.
But we
That
have
would be
Chomp.
An amazing fight. That would have been an amazing fight.
Yeah,
Just pure fact.
I flashbacks to the Series 3 Walker battles. Mammoth and Arachnid.
We never got the finals to that. We need Mistruts versus Arachnid. We need.
I think both of them are in the skip now, unfortunately. Oh, Arachnid definitely.
Or Mistrust was probably converted into something for techno games and is now residing in the shed with Arnold A. Hopefully, I hope Arnold A's still alive.
Oh, Arnold A was a low one there last year. It's still there.
Thank God, I love that thing.
Never got repaired for its battle with Pussycat.
Yeah.
But Black Widow could win a fight. Maybe not.
Maybe not. What's the name of that one walker that I keep seeing images of? It's like big and it's got like an orange jaw or something. It was like in the thumbnail of your April Fool's video.
Ah, that's Gear Crow. That was Donald Hudson's creation. It is massive. It's bigger than
I'm not surprised it's a Donald Hudson bot. That.
It's an interesting one. It's a really interesting one. It never competes in a fight because it's like 5 times overweight. But it did do a few demonstrations. It's so cool.
Bloodsport.
Another robot.
Just gonna say this out now. I want Bloodsport to like make it to a top 4. I really want that to happen.
I feel like Bloodsport could be this year's death roll. You know, a veteran that maybe didn't do amazing in its first series, but then comes back and does fantastically.
I can see that.
Bloodsport just missed out on the top 16 last season. This time, I think they're gonna get top 8. I'm calling it now. Bloodsport, watch out.
Yeah, this seems like top 8 material.
Yeah, I'd agree. It just looks so sleek this year. Really nice.
It looks so much more stable as well.
It does, yeah. The one thing that annoyed me about last season's Bloodsport is that the blade took a painfully long time to spin up. Like, it was, it took like 20 seconds or something. But this one, I've seen it tested, it's brutal. It really is.
You remember my really old video on my channel, which was like my BattleBots top 16 predictions version 1 that I made ages ago, and I was like, alright, the next robot, Bloodsport, just watch the fight with Lucky and you'll see what I mean. And then like a week after, their fight with Black Dragon came out, and I was just like thinking, this list is already beginning to feel a bit outdated.
By the way, do you guys have sources to watch BattleBots this season? Because I've got a couple of sources if you need them. That are on YouTube. You can get the full episode, no distortion on YouTube. No shady third-party websites.
I mean, normally when it comes to a show, I just watch it. I just watch it in high definition by some like random Russian channel, and then like a day later the video gets like taken down. So that's
the one. Yeah. That random Russian BattleBots channel. What a guy. Always uploading them on time. And I've got another one just in case things.
They're probably. I mean, to that Russian guy, I salute you, wherever you may be, in the darkest depths of YouTube termination for breaching copyright. We salute you.
There are thousands of foreign BattleBots fans who really appreciate you. Alright, moving on. Captain Shrederator.
Alright, predictions. How many times do you think it's going to break down for no reason this year?
It's not. They have refined their design so much. This is Shrederator's year. If it keeps spinning, it's gonna do well. I reckon this time it can actually do well.
The thing with Captain Shrederator is that it's like it's one of the most powerful spinners just in general. It's got so much power behind it.
It's showing it can do well in China. Tyraclaw did fantastic.
And yeah, but its reliability has always proven to be its issue, so I just hope it's reliable this time.
They've said they've upgraded the internals, it's a lot more reliable this time. I hope they really do well. Because 0-4 last year it hurt, it really did.
Yeah, because I hope so too, because like, reliability always seems to plague Brian Nave with all of his robots, like the Revolutionist, it is one example. Like, if they were spinning in that World Championship fight, like, were 100% working, we could have had a very different result.
The original Shrederator was a beast on the US live scene. I want to see that Shrederator come back. I hope Captain Shrederator can replicate that.
Yeah, just some robots are just camera shy.
I know.
What was this one like? Isn't it? I think it's Vanquish. It does like really well in the live scenes, but didn't do very well on camera.
Vanquish only fought live once.
Oh, I might be thinking of a different Battlebots competitor that competed live.
Oh, Battlebots.
Maybe Nelly. Might be Nelly. Maybe.
Nelly didn't really do amazing live either. Wait, it would do the somersaults with its axe. It's the most powerful axe I've ever seen. It's ridiculous. Anyway, moving on. This is Chomp. Again, there's not much we can say about it.
Yes, Chomp, the most overhated robot of all time.
I have now had sources, just got that yesterday. Do any of you know Pegleg from the original run of Battlebots? That's what this robot's gonna be like. It's a walker with a rotating turret with an axe on it. That's what this
pressure drop.
Oh wait, is that the one I'm thinking of? It might be, yeah, pressure drop, that's the one.
No, Pegleg was the walking bathtub that got like bullied by Deadblow in the Rumble.
Yes, pressure drop's the one. Pressure drop. It's gonna be like pressure drop. Axe on a rotating turret, and it's a walker.
So that means it's probably gonna be a showbot, I guess, because like pressure drop.
Yeah.
They've been hyping this thing up so much. They hyped up so much they didn't even want supporters to see it. This thing could be so cool. I hope it does well.
I mean, the Chomp team, I have respect for because I mean they could very easily make an incredibly powerful axe robot because I mean they do know how to make a powerful one, but I mean they also just want to build a machine for the spectacle
Exactly. We can't forget that Chomp is still the only robot to beat Bite Force. It's the only one.
Oh yeah. And it's got quite a lot of precision behind it. It's got a lot of precision.
It'll be interesting to see what this one actually looks like. I can't wait. Alright. Chronos! The robot that actually does very well in Modern Wars as well.
You like towards the end of like the year was just like, oh yeah, Chronos probably doesn't deserve a seeding in Modern Wars.
Exactly.
And then they just destroyed everybody.
I know, it was so good. They reached the grand final. They were the only seeded machine that actually made it to the grand final.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Rest in peace, Barbaric Response. Enjoy your retirement.
Barbaric Response is not coming back, I tell you. Oh. But Chronos is an interesting one, because we first saw it in This Is Fighting Robots, where it did, but then,
someone else.
As if copyright doesn't exist, it goes to Battlebots under the same name and design, and does meh.
You just said copyright doesn't exist in China. I just got reminded of like all the weird bootleg stuff there. Oh
my goodness.
Oh my god.
But the new Chronos looks snazzy. I got a comment on my YouTube video the other day. I'll read it out because it was quite a good one about Chronos. Okay, Chronos looks like what you would get if you combined Ziggo, Mobius, and the OG Comedy Central Ringmaster. It's very specific, but... Oh.
I mean, I could see that.
Point being, it looks really cool. And I think this one could do a lot better.
Chronos, but the thing with the original Chronos was that it was actually just a really good machine that just got plagued by having some of the worst draws it could have gotten.
Yeah, I'd agree. That's some tough draws.
Like, it really was a shame that it didn't do as well as it did, because it could have done so well, but I mean, there are just some machines that just have really unlucky draws, and that was one of them.
Yeah. I feel like it's gonna be the same this year, to be honest. Just seeing the amount of rascal spinners thing,
I hope not though.
I hope
because I like it.
I feel like it's gonna be that.
It beat Copperhead. That was its only win. And it only lost to Gigabyte and Monsoon and Ragnarok. So it had some tough robots it lost to, and it won against a good robot.
And also the robot is based on time, and chronokinesis is one of my favorite powers in fiction. It's just a very cool power.
I was thinking more figure, but yeah.
Alright, next up we have Claw Viper.
Fight forward.
Oh,
There's my one joke of the episode.
You'll probably have more meme-worthy things to say that we'd indeed laugh at.
Oh goodness. Now, Claw Viper was meant to compete at Robot Ruckus last year. I don't think they were finished in time. But it looks like a very good robot. I'm watching a video right now of it suplexing Big Dill.
Oh, is it the same team? Or...
And I don't think so. I'll post this in the chat real quick. I'll post this in the Discord chat so you can see what it looks like. Which one are we on?
Is it like hints of a tag team pair up or something?
I think so. I'll just put it in general. You can delete it after if you want.
Alright.
Let's get that and that. So if you want to see what Claw Viper looks like, and how it performs.
Oh yeah, it looks very nice.
It could be a good robot. I think this one's a fun one.
It's giving me Overhaul vibes. Which I mean, that's not a bad thing. I like Overhaul.
Overhaul's a good robot.
Yeah.
But Claw Viper could go 3-1. Could make the top 32, top 16 even. It looks solid.
Yeah.
For some reason, the robot is just. For some reason, you just enlarge the image. So it's like half the thing is just Claw Viper's. Is grown in size. That's a scary thought.
Depends on how reliable Viper is. I have a feeling that it's just some like randomly even one side or something.
Well, I mean, I mean, for a control bot to be good, it has to have a lot of durability behind it.
Yeah, it does look a little bit frail. But I don't know. It looks cool and it looks pretty functional, and I respect that.
Yeah.
Copperhead.
Yes, red poison arrow.
I love this thing. No, that was Spicy Newt. Spicy Newt was red poison arrow.
Oh.
In Clashbots, that beautiful show.
Yes, Clashbots, the show I never watched, and from what I've heard, I shouldn't watch.
I was talking to Alex Marlowe in February. I was asking them what actually happened to the robots they built for Clashbots. Because have you ever noticed why AU Thumper never competes at live events? It's because it's still in China. They all gave them money for those teams to build robots. So that means they technically own them. So the teams couldn't bring their own robots back.
That is messed up.
So all those UK robots that competed in China are still in China.
Oh my god. To all of you lot who got your bots stolen by Clashbots, we salute you. We hope you'll get your bots back soon. Colonel Sanders can't keep them forever.
I don't know if I could do that. Even though they gave you money to build them. I mean, funnily enough, they mustn't have got much money, because all the UK robots were pretty bad. I think Hyena died in one hit, Flame Tyrannosaurus died in one hit, Tilly died in one hit, Robin Hood died in one hit. Oh, that was Soaring Shell. That was a Chinese robot.
But Copperhead. Let's actually talk about something good.
Copperhead.
Yes.
Copperhead's beautiful.
I like this thing.
They actually built it because Poison Arrow is now in China. Because it got converted into Spicy Newt. So
I mean, I will always see. I always see Copperhead as that robot that came like 33rd last series. Because I mean, they were like reserves in the win you're in for like Gigabyte.
I think
So
I said they would get in the top 8 last season, and I stick by that. I think they could do well.
It's a great machine.
I love Copperhead.
Yeah, yeah, I don't really have much to say about it because I mean, Copperhead is it's just a machine. I mean, it's not one I get too hyped up for, but it's just a machine that I'm like when I see it, it's like, oh yeah, it's a fun machine. I enjoy
Copperhead
it.
is great. And I think this season's gonna be their best one. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
Double Jeopardy.
I just want to see this robot just KO something. That's all I care about. I don't want to see them like win. I don't want to see them like get too many wins. I just want to see it just snipe a robot to death.
I like how Double Jeopardy's slowly evolving. In season 3 they had 1 shot. In season 4 they had 2 shots. And this season they have 3 shots. So just give them like 50 seasons and they might actually be a competent machine because they'll have like 50 shots.
Imagine if they were actually able to like kill a robot by sniping it to death.
I know.
Like the memes would go wild.
Yeah.
Like say it's like fighting Claw Viper and it just snipes the head off of it.
You always see those people. You always see those people in the comments of like the Battlebots fight videos that just say, "Why don't you just attach a gun to it?" That would work.
Yeah, why not see what right?
I think Double Jeopardy is a science experiment, and it's proved that projectiles don't really work. And I appreciate them that they keep coming back, but I just don't think they're gonna win.
Yeah.
I just hope they keep coming back though, because just seeing it snipe a machine to death will just be amazing, and it will make all of the kids. Because let's be real here.
Yeah.
When we first saw Robot Wars, the first thing that came into our heads was, oh, a robot where its weapon was a cannon and it just shot its robots to death.
I mean, my first thought was like Nightmares of Mr. Psycho, but okay.
Well, that was the first thing that came into my head. It's just a robot that shot something to death.
Oh, look, Delboy just subscribed to my channel. For like the 89th time.
I don't know what. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I guess he's probably just is having some issues with YouTube or something.
This has happened for like the past year. Just occasionally you'll just see Delboy sub to your channel. It's like, oh, nice. Good to have you back.
I don't have an issue with it. I'm just assuming.
Oh no, yeah. Delboy's
YouTube
good fun.
issues. Yeah.
Endgame.
This machine's gonna win. I'm straight up. This machine is going to win.
I don't know. I've never liked Endgame much.
Oh well, Crystal Carnage. Well, you just lost Crystal Carnage as your subscriber because that's his favourite Battlebots robot.
Oh my goodness.
It's one of mine as well. So yeah, I'm kidding.
I like the new wedge though. It looks nasty.
I mean, first of all, I will get this out of the way. I'm annoyed that they changed the design, because that means when I do my big robot updates I do yearly, I'm going to have to change Endgame, and I was really happy with that build, so...
You don't have to. You could just leave it as a Season 4 version.
But I like my things to be up to date.
Although I think they've got different... this is actually like heavy spinner configuration. They still have the fork wedgelets for like other robots.
But yeah, I'm not kidding when I do say I think Endgame is going to win this year. No, but I'm just not kidding when I do say I think Endgame is going to win this year. It's a 4-wheel drive vert. It's an incredibly powerful vert, and each year it just keeps amping up in power, and hopefully it keeps amping up in durability. The Shrederator looks a lot better. They've got a lot more horizontal stuff.
I think I would just try. I think I would just try if another 4-wheel vert wins Battlebots.
Oh, we're talking about War Easy or something.
Yeah.
But no, Bite Force is a four-wheeled vert, and it always wins. And the one season Bite Force isn't here, another four-wheeled vert like Endgame wins. I would just oh. If that happens, I'm gonna be kind of upset. But I like Endgame. Extinguisher.
Ah, one of Hexbug Hero's favourite robots, apparently.
I've seen this robot in testing in the test box. It looks really good this year. Top 16, definitely.
Extinguisher is one of the prettiest looking robots.
Yeah.
Just in general.
Yeah.
Brand new design this year. It's a lot more compact. Still got the hammer, but it also has a vertical spinner on it. It'll probably just use the spinner for all its fights, let's be honest.
I mean, Extinguisher, I was a tad bit disappointed in them last year because it looked so cool, but we never really got to see it on TV, which is basically a sign that the robot didn't do very good.
This is Extinguisher's season, though. I think this is the one.
I hope so. I love the look of it. It looks like a Hot Wheels car.
It does, it does.
And as someone who collects Hot Wheels cars...
Zoomer.
Oh my god, is this the evolved form of Flame Chopper from default RA2 or something?
Oh my god.
Yeah, even with the data motor from DSL.
I love this thing. It's great. This is one. This is a good one. Fusion.
Out of all the newcomers, Fusion and one other machine is the one I've seen the most hype for.
Fusion looks crazy. Everyone says this is the one. And I think this is the one.
Yeah.
It's just
robots like Fusion kind of make me wish that Battlebots did do like a New Blood tournament, just so we could see all the amazing new machines, and Fusion is definitely one of them.
And the name isn't just a cool name.
Actually, but
it actually is a fusion. It's a fusion of Falcon and Sow. It's got that is why it's called Fusion, because they said, well, we're not bringing Falcon and we'll not bring Sow, so let's just make a robot that brings the best of both of them.
Although that does beg the question, because Sow is a good robot, Falcon wasn't really that great.
Falcon was great in 2004.
Yeah, and 2004, this is like it didn't do very well on BattleBots. It had a negative win-loss record, and Sow had a positive win-loss record. And I take
this one is equilibrium.
I take maths at school, and a positive times a negative equals a negative. I'm actually just being really stupid.
My
I think this
goodness.
machine's going to do very well. I think this machine is
Top
gonna do
16
well.
for me. Top 16 for me.
Oh yeah. Although there is one other Team Y actually machine I'm more hyped to see, because it's one of my favourite robots, not just in BattleBots, but of all time. But...
Well, it must be Hydra then.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Speaking of Gamatron...
Oh, the meme robot! Okay. First of all, only people in the Discord will get this. Only people who follow my shitpost Discord will get it, but like... people keep sending the Gamma 9 meme to the Discord, and I'm just like, oh my god, just stop.
Gamma 9 is amazing. There's no other robot that gives such a classic BattleBots feel. I love it.
I like Gamma 9.
It's a lift for this year.
Yeah, I mean, a team do tend to have a history of just having bad luck and just going up against robots that just poke them and
I mean, they've never really wanted to build a winning robot.
Yeah, and also getting cucked by Team Bigger Brother, which has happened to them twice now. Little Sister and the Four Horsemen.
Oh, they was not like that. I have to say, I think I still like the Series 3 Gamma 9 better. I like the Crusher. I think this one will be better overall.
I like Crushers as well. Crushers are one of my favourite weapon types, even if the Crusher fans do annoy me because they call every Crusher a Razor ripoff.
Oh god.
Yeah.
It's like, Razor fans when they see Petunia, is that a Razor ripoff?
When they see Quantum. Oh, that's going to be the new BattleBots generation. Any crusher will be a
God,
quantum ripoff
Yeah,
now.
it's just like, I don't know, like Mohawk comes back out of retirement, and then everybody, when
All
on the
the
reveal, just
9-year-olds.
spams quantum ripoff, and then, oh, that'd be so sad.
The old generation grew up with the Razor ripoffs. The new generation grew up with quantum ripoffs.
Look, all I have to say is this really speaks volumes for society. Yeah,
Alright.
Don't really have anything else to say about Gamma 9, except for the fact that if you post a Gamma 9 meme in my shitpost server, you're getting kicked.
I think I'll post the Gamma 9 meme.
Oh, you won't actually, I'm not that cruel.
This is an interesting one. Gemini.
Gemini.
Bear in mind, this is a placeholder. We don't know what the Season 5 Gemini looks like. We've seen nothing from this robot except that they are in. We don't know anything else about it.
All I'm going to say is I hope their driving is better. Because Gemini could be a good machine,
Half of the time they just kill each other. How many times red is just like eliminated black? And vice versa.
And also, completely missed opportunity to make them red and blue and call it red and blue, but...
I mean,
Red
Gemini
versus
is
blue.
not the most unique name. Mainly because it was done by a certain British cluster
heard
bot
the name
20 years
before
before.
in like a different robot combat show. I mean, I can't quite put my finger on it. Like, I mean,
What's his name? Mace is ringing a bell.
Strange.
Oh well.
I love it how like anytime you just like even you're on a Robot Wars forum, like you could be doing a Series 4 Fantasy League and like mention the name Gemini and you'll still get somebody saying the Battlebots one or the Robot Wars one.
Even though the Robot Wars one hasn't competed in 15 years, I think it's still more popular though. This robot is the definition of average.
Speaking of which, like lots of people were like saying that Gemini ranked too highly on the top 100 icons video. I disagree. Like, yeah, it may not be the most successful.
Series 4 and 5. Iconic.
Yeah, and the top 100 icons wasn't about the most successful machines. It was about icons.
They
I personally think
pioneered
they
the
put Gemini
clusterbot
too
design.
low.
They showed that clusterbots work.
I mean, I'd argue they put Gemini a bit too low on that, because it's one of the first robots that comes to my mind anyway.
I mean, it even got a mini belt made. So it can't have been...
Oh, yeah.
That must have been pretty iconic.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're talking about the wrong Gemini.
I mean, that just shows you how good the Battlebots are. Oh my god! Oh!
To give him credit though, that spinner on the Gemini robot is pretty powerful.
It is, yeah.
It's a good spinner.
It's the actual opponents and not themselves.
Oh, alright.
Well, I will say this.
Mm-hmm.
Gemini versus the Four Horsemen is one of my favourite fights
That was a
of all
great
time.
one. There's so many
And
robots.
it would be in my best fights of Robot Combats playlist if it wasn't for the fact that when I did put it in, I went on the next day and I just saw deleted video and I was like, oh wow, thanks.
Yeah, they just randomly take down old Battlebots videos. It's weird. Even if they've been up for years, just suddenly they might get taken down. They'll go on another Battlebots purge when Season 5 comes out.
Yeah.
Ghost Raptor. I've got a lot to say about this thing. Am I the only one that's a bit disappointed about how this looks IRL? Because I saw the CAD and it looks so good, and then this just looks flimsy. I always thought that about Ghost Raptor. It
The
looks
Ghost Raptor card.
I don't know. I feel like this is a bit of a letdown. I don't know. Maybe that's just me being picky though.
I think it's the better looking Ghost Raptor. I'm completely opposite. It looks the best out of them all. I did enjoy Ghost Raptor in Season 1 because it was so funny, the fact that it kept winning fights.
Yeah, Ghost Raptor gets a lot of hate for that. Lots of people don't think it deserved top 4.
I found it funny. And they were like the only top 4 machine to never get a toy.
Good point.
Poor Ghost Raptor.
I think they could do well this season. I've seen it in testing. The spinner looks good.
I mean, the season 2 Ghost Raptor didn't do very well, but that's because they got drawn up against Sal. But this could do well.
Or it could fall into pieces again.
Either way, they have to fight Fusion. We need to we need to find out who wins. They evened up the score. It's 1-1. It's like the subatomic rapture of real life robot combat.
I mean, whenever I watch Ghost Raptor, I feel like it's about to fall apart. It always looks so flimsy.
I can see why. It's so shaky.
Yeah.
But God, it's good to see it back though. We just need Stinger back, and then we'll Stinger the Killer Bee. I really want that to come back.
Which one?
Gigabyte. They've let not go into the Windows paint job anymore. Which is kind of a shame. Going back to
I
that
prefer the old paint job. This one reminds me a bit too much of that one robot from King of Bots that I can't remember the name of.
All those generic clones of American robots. We had two clones. We had Shrederator clones.
What was the name of that King of Bots machine that had flames on it? It was like Flaming Dragon Wheel or something.
That was the one.
Yeah, the one that when I saw it, I was thinking, oh yeah, this thing looks awesome, and then it's like
it spins at like 2 miles per hour.
Yeah.
You could. Gigabyte though. I really want them to do that. I love Gigabyte. I know, sorry, I kept interrupting Kimby.
Let's let Akimbi say something. Let's make this entire segment just Akimbi. So this is the Akimbi Gigabyte Power Hour.
Yeah, the change in the paint job is definitely because of sponsor. Doing some amount of stuff.
Yeah,
Gigabyte.
Yeah.
All I've said about Gigabyte is that if I make a model of a Battlebots competitor, you know it's either a successful or a robot that I like.
Exactly.
And Gigabyte is both. So yeah.
I love Gigabyte.
Technically it's Megabyte, but they're the same robot.
This is a great thing.
Oh, Grabot! I still don't know what this thing's meant to do.
This thing, okay, I just saw it in real life. Just this morning, the first image of it. It looks amazing. Oh, Grabot is so cool. This is one of the coolest robots. So it has claws and moving arms. So it's like a human arm that can grip those robots and lift it up.
Oh my!
Because just imagine like where your elbow joint is. Grabot has all of that movement from your elbow joint onwards. It can move back and forward and it can grip its hands, kind of crustacean style.
Wow! So it's like it's going to be like Robolek from Mash Trash Robot Wars.
It's so weird. This is such a strange machine. I love it. I hope it does well. I really hope it does well. Because it's such a cool design. One of my favourite newcomers.
Speaking of MRW, I've been like rewatching a lot of it recently. How the hell did Robolek beat AK1 in Series 8?
I've never watched MRW, unfortunately.
I know Kimby has watched some of it. That was also... you forgot, yeah, just like Robolek picked AK1 up into the air and like dropped it on the floor, and then a Dima just came in from nowhere and flipped them out. Fun fact, the robot Corrosive is a rip-off of a Dima from Mash Trash Robot Wars. My robot Corrosive is literally just a knockoff.
Yeah.
King of Bots wants to know your location. You have been accepted into Season 3. Oh, all right, Gruff. May or may not have been an inspiration for Eagle's Claw.
Oh, yes. Eagles Gruff.
Eagle's Gruff.
Yeah.
I love Gruff.
Gruff the dragon, is always... Gruff is the definition of that robot that you always want to make, but when you do finally get down to it and be like, okay, I'm gonna make this thing, you then look at an image of it and you're gonna be like, no, I'm not skilled enough to make this yet, I'll come back later.
The basic body is simple, it's the claw that's quite time consuming. But
yeah.
Gruff's been a long time competitor, it's been around since 2011. But it only entered into Battlebots last season.
10 years! 10 years old! That's
Nearly 10 years of Gruff.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I love Gruff though. It is a tank. But the Battlebots arena is not a good arena for Gruff.
Oh no.
Thankfully,
I really want Gruff to make it into the top 16.
Yeah.
But
the judging criteria has been changed though. To favour less damaging weapons as well.
The thing, Gruff is that machine where it's just like, it's kind of like Smidsy in a way, when it's like, it's a robot you always really want to see make it into a top 16, but you just never see it happening because of just certain circumstances. Smidsy, if it entered something like Extreme Warriors or like Robotica or something, it would do really well, but it doesn't do well in a Robot Wars setting.
Smitsy's being rebuilt for a return in 2021.
Yeah.
For like the 98th time.
And Gruff, in my opinion, if it entered something like Robot Wars,
Gruff would do
it's a championship-worthy machine in Robot Wars, but in Battlebots,
I'm not ashamed to admit that most Battlebots could do a lot better in Robot Wars. Robot Wars is nowhere near the level of Battlebots, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Robot Wars still kind of feels like just random bloke in their garage with a drill. But Battlebots really feels like sponsorships and like professional.
Battlebots is like hard mode and Robot Wars is like normal mode.
Yeah. Battlebots is the pinnacle of robot fighting. If you make it on Battlebots, you're doing something right.
Yeah.
Robot Wars could have been that too, but the BBC never gave it a chance.
But Blue Planet, David Attenborough, like, I remember I did a meme where it was like,
I
did the meme where it was like the Homer and Bart in the chair meme, but it was like David Attenborough doing it over like Dara O'Brien or something.
Oh my god. David Attenborough's amazing. Here we go, this is a fun one.
Yatagarasu! From Battlebot. Sorry, I meant Hijinx.
Oh, it does look a lot like it. I think lots of people do that.
This just gives me Yatagarasu vibes.
Hijinx looks so cool.
Hijinx was most likely made before Yatagarasu, it just gives me them vibes.
I love it. It's so cool. And that blade spins very fast. I've seen it in testing. It's very heavy. It could do well this one. Yeah,
I love the colour.
I love robots with pink in it. I like this one, and I love Axolotl. I don't know why. I just love the pink robots.
I wish more robots went for pink because,
it's a cool color.
Pink and robots looks awesome.
And the blue and yellow, they just work very well.
Yeah. Pink is a very difficult color to make look really nice. But
Killertron. Just vivid pink.
Yeah, controversial opinion. I prefer orange Killertron to pink. Yeah. Unsubscribe now. That's my like forget Fluffy's overrated. Forget Storm 2 deserves to beat Typhoon. My most controversial Road Wars opinion. I preferred orange Killertron.
Oh no.
I'm gonna lose so many subs for that.
I was like your 15th subscriber. Now I'm gonna have to unsubscribe.
But Hijinx, I think it could do well. The spar looks big and chunky, and it looks like a difficult shape to grab a hold of.
Yeah. Thing is, watch it split itself apart.
Oh, I hope that doesn't happen. I hope it doesn't happen.
Oh yeah. I'm just picturing Claw Viper getting a grip on one of the wheels and just like dragging it in a circle. That's what I just pictured. One of the suplexers will get Hijinx.
I just have a feeling that Hijinx at some point is going to get sent like stratospheric into the air at some point. I don't know why.
Oh, we need to get like Aegis on them. It's not Aegis, it's Aegis. It's not Aegis, it's Aegis. Oh my god. Huge!
Okay, you know when I said I think Endgame's going to win the series? I'm actually changing my mind right now. Huge could do it.
We don't. This is the season 4 image, just for reference. We don't know what season 5
I don't think they wouldn't feel the need to change it that much, though.
Yeah.
Huge is one of the just in my opinion is one of the best designed machines for a Battlebot setting. Yeah.
I feel like though it's one of those robots that does best at its debut season and then just does worse every subsequent season. I don't know.
It still did really well, I think. I still think it did really well.
Did it reach the top 16 last season? Or did it just miss out?
I would like... it made it to the top 16 and lost to Whiplash on a very controversial decision. That I agree with, but I know a lot of people don't.
I'll always remember those wheels getting literally sheared by Ice Wave. That was a good fight.
Oh, yeah.
Also, no Ice Wave. Sad.
And, of course, when people mention Huge, they always have to mention the fact that this machine came... probably second closest to beating Spinner Bite Force when it was working properly. Next to Uppercuts, they nearly.
That was a tough battle for Bite Force.
Oh, absolutely.
Huge 16 competitor, definitely. Might get some rough draws. Because since it's like an all-star now, it gets tougher draws than like newcomers.
Oh god, yeah, I'm dreading it, like Huge Tombstone or something.
Oh, well, yeah, it'll be really mean. But as long as they leave the central bit, Huge is made to take the hits.
Yeah. But yeah, Huge.
Best of luck to them. It's weird to think that maybe some of these robots are already like in a bin bag as we speak. Maybe some of them have been utterly obliterated by now.
To all the robots who are in a bin bag, I've already done this joke like 2 times already in this video. I need to stop. It wasn't even funny the first time. Next robot.
Oh my god. Hydra.
I want this thing to do well. It's one of my, unironically, it's one of my favourite robots in Battlebots history and of all time. It's
Team Waiachi are bringing out the big guns this year. Hydra and Hijinx. Oh. So good.
This seems top 16, yeah.
I kind of wrote them off last season. I thought they wouldn't be very good, but the moment I saw them flip a robot, I was like, oh my god. This thing is deadly.
Sorry, just had to go somewhere very quickly. Okay. I'm back now. I would like to say a little story, or you're going to finish something else.
Just say that... Oh, I forgot what I was going to say, never mind.
Nice. Sorry about that.
It's fine.
Alright, my story is, when I was young, I was fairly new into Robot Wars, and I saw this video which was like, the greatest moments of gravity, and I saw it, and I thought, oh, it's just a wedge, looks like a flipper, could be decent. Its first flip on Hydra, literally my jaw dropped, and that was when it became, and that's why it's one of my all-time favourite robots of all time. I had those exact same reactions and emotions when I saw Hydra enter the scene in Battlebots.
I've never seen such an amazing flipper. This is arguably the most powerful flipper in the world right now.
Oh, definitely.
Like, no one's done hydraulic flippers before.
If we get like a hydraulic Brit flipper, just imagine the immense power. Like, Michael Oates will like retire or something. He'll be like scared of it.
Oh, hydraulic eruption. They are building Implosion though. They are building a new Axolotl called Implosion. I would quite like to see it compete in Battlebots. That would be pretty cool. Gabriel versus Huge. I want to see Team Saint go to Battlebots.
Oh, Gabriel would die so badly to Huge though, because it's not very durable in the midsection.
Exactly, that's where both those robots are vulnerable.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Hypershock. Season 4 image
Here
again.
is my actual favourite US BattleBots machine. Like this machine will always be first, as Hydra will always be second. This machine is brilliant.
Yeah, Hypershock. Will Bales is just so entertaining.
I will admit, I very rarely do get annoyed when a robot loses, but Hypershock, when it lost to Huge, I will admit I was a bit pissed. I was a bit pissed off.
That was another close battle.
And when you get pissed off when a robot loses, you know that it's a machine you really like. The only other times that happened with a robot was with Thunderchild for me. Yeah, which is my favourite BuggleBots robot.
Sorry, you go on.
Oh no, it's nothing important.
Okay. Hypershock's an interesting one because for the past couple of years it's been rushed and it has always had problems with it in season 3 and 4, but it's always managed to do okay. This time they've had a lot of time to work on it.
In season 3, absolutely.
Maybe not season 3, but this time they've had plenty of time to work on it. It could be top 16 definitely. Top 8 maybe?
This machine deserves to be a top 16 machine.
Winner? Possible winner? I'm just gonna throw that out there.
I don't think they will win, but I think they could potentially make it to a top 4, maybe even top 2 at best.
Hypershock's a consistently good machine, and they've always had. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna make a wild guess there.
And also, Will Bales is probably one of my favourite roboteers.
Oh, yeah.
He's just a great guy. He's just entertaining. Yeah.
It's Death Roll.
No, it's
Not
Jackpot.
It was going to get called Sabretooth initially, wasn't it? And then they realised that Gabe exists. So now it's Jackpot.
Yeah.
And now it looks like Death Roll. This robot
It's vertical 13 black.
I don't know.
It's based on poker. It's got 2 spinners. It's just a vertical spinner.
I love it though. It looks very good. I've seen it in testing. It's not the fastest spinning machine, but it's got a really heavy weapon. This one could be taking chunks out of robots, and it's got a
This also reminds me quite a bit of another vanilla RA2 machine, which I believe was literally called Jackpot. Which, yeah, but it's similar theming. Although this machine is definitely way better than that thing, because that robot in RA2 was a bit rubbish. Not quite hanky-panky levels of bad, but.
Oh god. Some of the names of those robots.
Yeah, so when is the Dapple team gonna make emergency?
Oh yeah. Oh dear. I would love to see someone make a heavyweight or even a beetleweight emergency.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jackpot. I think it's going to be one of those robots that does decent in their first season, and maybe comes back and does better in season 6. It's a good, solid design though.
Yeah, I do think it might have a few teething problems.
This is one that is definitely has teething problems. Literally.
Kraken. Some bugs have teething problems. I have teeth problems.
Oh god.
That's my last. Oh my god. If Kraken was a Disney Channel show,
Oh. Kraken was a bit of a joke in season 3, but then in season 4 they proved that they were actually a good robot.
Yeah, but before we actually talk about the machine, we need to mention it. The kids did the funny Fortnite dance. They did the
Oh,
funny
the
Fortnite dance.
floss! They did the floss!
They did the floss.
Oh, I'm sorry, that would be in a Battlebots cringy moments compilation.
Not quite as cringe as Farouk's flossing, because I mean they're kids, and Farouk does not strike me as a gamer, but
It didn't strike me as a baker either, and then he was on like MasterChef or something.
Will the kids be doing Fall Guys emotes this year?
Oh my god.
Oh.
Nah, Minecraft's back in fashion, they'll have their diamond pickaxes.
Oh. I would if one of them did like the Fall Guys emote, like the Nina emote or whatever it's called, I would literally die with laughter because
cosplay as Among Us character. Just a giant spaceman.
Oh yeah. I mean, I can't cringe too much because Fortnite was still relevant when they did recording. It's just bad timing with the base room fights. But nah, I like
Ninja
Kraken.
should enter Battlebot.
I like Kraken.
I love
my
Kraken.
model of Kraken. My model of Kraken got 0 votes in the qualifier wildcards voting. So,
I guess everyone else doesn't like Kraken then.
I hated it like 4. That's why I didn't vote for it.
Oh, yeah. You voted for Stinger and didn't vote for Grated Carrot, therefore upsetting all of my subscribers. How dare you, Akimbi?
Yeah.
But now, Kraken, it looks more like aesthetic changes than internal stuff, but it was alright last time. Hopefully it does
Could be even better this year. Definitely 2 and 2.
I remember it had a good fight with Shatter.
Oh, that's a great fight.
Yeah. Yeah, and they also had a pretty funny fight with Ribbot.
This is my favourite US robot.
Ah, yes, Lockjaw, Donald Hudson.
I love Lockjaw. I love it. It's my favourite US robot.
Donald Hudson has been making robots for like, I think around 25 years at this point.
I think it was 1995 when Taz was first built. Definitely 96, but maybe 95.
Yeah. I would say he's overtaken Mark Satrakian's place as like one of just the greatest. He's probably the greatest robot maker of all time. He is a legend.
Everybody gangster till Mark comes back with the snake for season 6.
Or imagine if Mark Satrakian just enters an actual robot that's
Mechadon.
controlled by his humanoid movements, and he just, in the first fight, he just picks up Tombstone and just throws it at a wall or something.
He just enters himself.
Yeah, but it would be called like Mecha Mark or something.
Mecha Mark!
And it would be... Oh...
Oh, I loved Lockjaw though. The only thing I'm a bit sad about is that it had to become a generic vert in order to do well.
But it's more than that. It's more than a generic vert because it's a unique looking vert. It's unique enough to stand out from the crowd.
Again, it's another one like Ghost Raptor. It always looks like it's about to fall apart. But it always does well. Last season they had tons of drive problems. They kept smoking in like every fight. But if they've sorted that out this season, definitely top 8 again. Top 4 maybe. I love Lockjaw.
And they're also an underdog. Lockjaw also an underdog. People always seem to...
they always rule them out. I know, it's a shame.
Yeah. And I will admit, I'm guilty of this. I did not expect them to win the Desperado or beat Quantum.
I always knew they would. I always had faith in them.
Yeah, but they're the ultimate underdog of BattleBots, and I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed. Never really got a toy set with them and Black Dragon. That just seemed like perfect marketing. Like just Desperado.
At least I stocked up on my dissector merch. Got the mini bot and is there an RC? It's a Happy Meal toy.
Yeah. All I know is that I just realised this video is actually going to be incredibly long. I'm not splitting up into 2 parts because
I'm gonna quickly check. How long have we been going? Ah, 1.5 hours. Good stuff.
Yeah. You know what? Screw my fans. Jim Dramatic did like a 3-hour-long video for the Series 10 bots. I can go 3 hours long.
All right, let's keep on going though. Mad Catter, aka Warhawk, Cat King, Smorgasbord, Smoosh.
Mad Max.
But this is an interesting debate. How do you feel about modular weaponry? Because I don't know if I like it that much. I get that it's more efficient, but then you lose the uniqueness. Instead of it being a hammer, it's a hammer and a spinner and a flipper. It's weird. I don't like modular.
I like interchangeable weaponry, personally. I think it's really cool when robots do have it, and it shows just how prepared they are. The only times I don't like it is when we never get to see one of the weapons in action. I will admit I was disappointed we never got to see Spinner Storm 2 in Series 8.
Yeah. I feel like it's going to be like a case in this season where we're never going to see Mad Catcher's axe. We're never going to see it, I don't think.
Yeah.
It's just going to be there all the way.
Times when the mentality of having to show off every weapon, every interchangeable weapon wasn't for the best. I'm not talking about anybody here, but all I'm gonna say is that the Extreme 2 weakness was actually right in the end. For Behemoth. Oh my god.
Poor Behemoth. Oh, I was shattered. I think I cried after that fight.
The thing that really pissed me off was that lots of people didn't even listen to I forgot his name. I feel really bad now. Ant Pritchard. Yeah, nobody listened to him. They just like sort of be like, "Oh, this man lost the kids."
It's a shame. Ant's got a lot of hate for that, and I really felt like when you've been doing it for 20 years and you lose because of something that your teammates did, that really must hurt.
I personally think he did the right thing because I mean, what would have been worse, him having a go at his team in front of kids, or him leaving the situation to calm down?
It would have been quite awkward if he stayed, because I don't think he would have been up for an interview. I might have said something.
All I'm just going to say is that I'm glad that incident hasn't put him off.
Can I just say though, it made great TV because he came back the next season, and the arc from losing and storming off to beating Apollo and getting into the finals after 20 years, that was great TV.
And that is why Behemoth Apollo will always be my favourite fight of all time.
I still remember watching that live and seeing Behemoth win. It was the happiest I'd ever felt, because I'm a die-hard Behemoth fan.
Oh, me too.
It was
me
so good. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. We're going to be talking about Battlebots.
Yeah, but Mad Cat, yeah. Let's hope we don't get split into thirds.
Oh yeah, that was fun last season. No, this is Malice, and this isn't a horizontal spinner. This is a horizontal drum spinner.
Yeah, apparently interesting weapon.
It's really strange.
This as well as one other machine and Fusion are like the trifecta of like new bloods that have been really hyped up by people.
Can I just say, I think I hyped it up back in February for my video. The Malice guys actually commented on that. So that was good stuff. But I love this.
I really hope this thing lives up to the hype because I like the design of it and it's a really unique idea.
I think they've done well in lower weight classes. The only thing I'm worried about is exposed wheels again. That's the only thing I'm worried about. But overall, this could be a really good robot.
And Akimbi's just left.
Oh.
And he's back!
There he is! I thought we just made a cumulative. Oh no.
I mean, I think we can all just agree though, is that no matter what, no matter how good or bad this machine does, it will perform way better than Series 2 Malice.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I don't even think that robot moved.
I mean, if you you know, take into consideration when Sir Killalot picked up, I guess it moved. But Malice was something else. Though. Series 2 Malice. Oh.
I hope Malice does well, and I hope it lives up to the hype.
Definitely at least a 2 and 2. 3 and 1, probably. You never know. Mammoth!
First of all, the first thing that comes to my head when I think of Mammoth was a really stupid comment that someone replied to me about. Because I just like wrote down a comment just being, it was like on the Mammoth one who fight, and I just said my opinion being like, this fight disappointed me, I really like Mammoth, but I found this fight kind of dull. And then somebody just said, yeah, I agree, Mammoth is an incredibly useless machine. I said, well, no, not really, it won a fight. And they were like, yeah, oh, well, that was against Axe Backwards, which is an incredibly bad and unreliable machine. Also, I found it incredibly selfish how the guy was driving Mammoth when he had like an injured arm, and literally the first thing that came to my head was, yeah, it's almost like he's the driver of the team.
I feel like, oh my god, I feel like that's one of those couch professors, you know, that seem to think they know everything about Battlebots, but have never built one themselves, and always like to lecture people about how bad Battlebots are and how they could do.
I couldn't be bothered to reply to it because I didn't really want to start an argument.
Yeah, you know it. That would just start an argument. Mammoth is one of those robots that it's not trying to be the best. It's not trying to win. It's trying to be unique design, and seeing it work is so cool. When it who did it fight? Axe Backwards. That was it. Seeing it hoist it into the air last season was just amazing.
Missed opportunity. It never fought Foxtrot though.
Oh, it did though in Robot Ruckus in 2018. That was
that's why it was a missed opportunity. It never happened last year because of the rivalry. That would have been so good.
Yeah, the flashbacks of Foxtrot trapped inside Mammoth.
They better fight Slammo. They better fight Slammo. Like,
I'm saying, like, where is all the electronics in Mammoth? Is it in the pipes?
I think there's like a tiny little box.
Oh
or
yeah.
Something.
It's just like this.
Guys, I was talking about Robot Wars the Battlebot.
No, okay.
I just forgot there was a Robot Wars competitor called Mammoth.
Two of them. There's two in Robot Wars.
Oh.
Okay, we need to make sure if there's any more that have like a Robot Wars counterpart, we need to specify for Akimbi. We need to make sure we emphasize its Battlebots.
Oh.
Okay, thanks.
Yes. Oh.
Mammoth though could win a couple fights. In reality though, it's not going to make top 16, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
No, but it's a fun machine.
I just hope it doesn't go against a spinner, because Mammoth doesn't like spinners. Give it like a suplexer like Big Dill. That would be a good fight.
Yeah. Or Slammo and continue the Danby and Mammoth rivalry.
Oh yeah, Slammo, that would be a great fight.
Yeah.
No, this gonna play against Bloodsport.
P1.
Oh, I love
made
me P1.
P1 made me really sad last year. It looked so cool and I was left disappointed.
This year I think it's a lot more reliable. Still the only front hinge flipper in Battlebots.
Yeah, except for that weird pyramid one that Ertlos made a model of.
Oh, is it Pyramid Droids? Something like that.
Yeah.
I love this
really
thing,
like P1.
It's one of the best looking robots.
And as a Hot Wheels fan, I've always been a sucker for car-themed robots. P1,
GBH.
Formula, Hypershock, GBH. even Shumi, are machines I like.
Shumi was great. I saw it live once. Shumi is a relic. It's retired. I think
that's why
But I thought, you see the little bit of text next to the P1 on the flipper? I thought, yeah, I thought that said 2 for a second, which I thought was quite funny. P1 2.
I didn't see reports. I have seen reports of it like before P1 Evo was revealed as a name. It was going to be called something like P1.2 or something.
That'll be confusing.
Yeah, but yeah, just like sticking on like decimal points to your robot to mean something, like Iron Ore 2.1. Sorry to bring your favourite bot into this, but I mean that was ridiculous naming.
Can we just talk about Gravity? Gravity 5.3D Evo. That was an official name.
That was just so stupid. Also, mini rant, like Gravity 3, which was the one in 3.7, great machine. What the hell happened to Gravity 4? They were
became
not very good.
And then Gravity nowadays is a shell of its former self. In fact, it's not competing in a couple of years, but
it's not Gravity if it's not ridiculously powerful for me.
It was. I quite liked the new Gravity. It always put on a show. Flung itself like 30 foot in the air. The thing's tiny. It's really compact.
Yeah. But like Gravity 4 and Gravity 4.5 just...
I know.
They make me sad.
Yeah.
I just realised we're probably not the most qualified people to talk about this, because we just seem to be keeping on going back to Robot Wars when we're meant to be talking about Battlebots.
That's one way to bring an American into it, but Curve Robotics is busy, so...
It's Adam was meant to keep us on track.
Yeah.
It's just all the British squad just talking about Robot Wars.
Alright, next machine.
Pain Train. This is an interesting one.
This one reminds me of Nasher. Oh damn it! I went back to the British robot combat scene again.
I'll tell you what though. This is, I've heard, is a scaled up version of an American beetleweight called Shred It Bro. And Shred It Bro is an absolute beast in the American beetleweight scene. I know lots of people are rooting for this thing. I have my doubts. I've seen it in testing, it wheelies, and the drum is very indented. Plus they only had 2 months to make it, so reliability issues are a thing.
2 months?
This was one of the robots that wasn't accepted until a couple of months ago. They've only had 2 months to build this thing from the ground up.
Yeah, so it wasn't accepted until like Boris decided to like game end any chance of Orion competing.
Exactly. I think it was going to be a season 6 robot, but then it got postponed.
The real reason Boris put the country in lockdown wasn't to keep us safe. No, he wanted Orion all for himself.
Oh my god. Top lad Boris.
But yeah, this machine took 2 months to make. That makes me a bit nervous. I feel it's going to be powerful, but it's going to have a lot of teething issues, I think.
Yeah. 2 and 2? I'll tell you something though. Even though it wheelies, that spinner has a death hum. It reminds me of Magnetar.
This is going to... Well, like you said, this thing is going to probably be very similar to Series 8 Pulsar then, in ways. Like
that keeps breaking down
and just has reliability issues.
Oh yeah.
I have a feeling it's going to have like a Valkyrie Ultimo Destructo levels in their first fight, and then later on it's going to have like pretty powerful power output later on.
This is an interesting one. It's brutality, yeah.
It's hazard.
I'm a little bit disappointed Bite Force is. I know. I would love this versus Bite Force.
This is technically the defending champion, technically, if you really want to stretch it that far.
Here, let's give a little brief thing. This was initially Brutality, which was Paul Ventimiglia's old robot, which he went on to build Bite Force. This has then been given to, I can't remember the boy's name, but he had Captain Doom and Bugglebots. But Ray Billings from Tombstone has helped them rebuild it. So they've basically had two champions working on this robot.
And also, Brutality has this reputation of being the heavyweight equivalent of Hazard in many ways. If you don't know Hazard from BattleBots, let's just say it had probably one of the longest unbeaten streaks in robot combat history.
It was like the Bite Force of Comedy Central.
I really hope. Now that you said that, when in like next year when BattleBots does return, I hope Farouk does like a Mark Biro Hazard style intro, where it's like, this robot's won so many times, it's frankly getting kind of annoying.
I have to say though, this robot, I've seen it in the test box. That spinner is vicious. Top 16 easy. If it doesn't get flipped.
This is an interesting case. I mean, I'm not sure how you lot are going to treat it, but I'm going to treat this as the defending champion in ways, because I mean, technically, it is Paul Ventimiglia's machine.
But it's kind of like Ray Billings has rebuilt it.
Yeah.
And they won 2016.
Yeah, kind of like how I technically viewed P1 as not P1, P3D as the Shadow Seed 1 of Series 8.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically perfect in the street plant. It just got one feature now, it's popular.
Oh, goodness. But this is going to be an interesting one. It could do very well. Rampage.
Oh boy.
When I first saw this...
Series 2.
When I first saw this one, I was a little bit confused because the supporter CAD is very different to this machine. And that was due to weight issues. It was initially meant to be like a Whiplash style robot, but now they kind of reverted it to like a Bite Force style robot.
Wait, great! I just remembered. This is that Discord guy's robot, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, shouts to that Discord guy.
Yeah, best of luck.
Discord with them.
Hopefully,
we should have got them on for this. Oh my god.
No, they're fighting. In case you don't remember, Bot Builder, he's fighting this in BattleBots right now.
Nice.
We're just gonna play against like Bloodsport or something.
Well, if he's fighting it right now, then maybe it's a good thing we didn't bring him on, because they probably accidentally slipped something out and spoil it, and then we'd be locked up.
He'd be like, yeah, we had a great win over Kraken. This has got the thickest,
to the creator of it, that Discord guy, they're referred to on Discord, we shared. They're on the Crystal Carnage Discord server as well as...
Shout out to the Carnage server?
Yeah, so I've had talked to them before. Yeah.
Although, if I point your eye to the middle left of the image, it's got the thickest armor in the competition. Look at that. Look how thick that wheel guard is. That is some thick armor.
It's also a really nice colour.
I like the brown and black, or the bronze and black.
It does look relatively good,
The colour scheme reminds me of this toy. There was like these sets of knockoff RotatoR toys, and one of them, and like there was these set called like Bombbots or something. Bombbots, yeah. But there was this one toy in the range called Chainsaw Massacre, and it was like a very grey bronze machine. I actually have it. Just to say, it's pretty much the same toy that Mashdraft used for Crust Station in his series, not Crush Station, Crust Station. So, MRW fans know what I'm talking about. Non-MRW fans, sorry.
Yeah, I think I have it as well, but something like
yeah, it's pretty much from the same toy range as where a Sucker Punch is from. So yeah.
I mean, they're playing it very safe with this design, but I reckon it'll win a few fights.
Yeah, I can see this thing winning. It's a good solid vert.
2 and 2. 2 and 2 for this one.
Ribbot!
Yeah, let's go.
Ribbot.
Now, they've had to actually change it to like a Kevlar shell this season. because foam's no longer allowed. Foam got banned.
Oh, that's so sad. I will say Ribbot. Ribbot is one of my favourite looking robots. It's so derpy. It's so blessed, and it's so blessed. It's just. Oh.
I was a bit worried it wasn't going to come back this season. There were kind of rumours that they weren't going to make it. I think they weren't going to make the original date. But now they can because it got pushed back due to COVID. So good to see
Ribbot
Ribbot.
for me is kind of like the Dietor of BattleBots in a way.
Yeah.
It's a really competent machine, but it's also having a fun time as well.
I know. I mean, everyone wrote this off.
Yeah, it's incredibly flammable as well. It's like modern equivalent of Dietor.
Everyone wrote this off last season, but then it be Endgame. And we were like, oh.
Yeah, kind of like how everybody wrote Dietor off and then it beat Tornado.
And then they're like, oh. Ribbot could do well. I love this thing. It's a four-wheeled vert, but it's also a lifter and a undercutter. Lots of interchangeable weapons. Hopefully we'll get to see that this time.
Ribbot. Kill.
Now this is RotatoR.
The Hexbug toy that can't drive properly.
Hopefully this time they actually have got it sorted out, because last season they had tons of problems with the robot. I think they lost like half of the robot in shipping, and it was kind of unfinished.
Just saying this now, RotatoR has always been that machine where I just never really cared about it. I don't really have any opinions on it, to be honest.
Victor Soto is like amazing.
Like, I just see RotatoR and I'm just like, yeah, it's alright.
Well, it was interesting because it got absolutely obliterated by Witch Doctor in Series 2 in like 10 seconds. But then in Series 3 it came back and actually showed that it's a great robot. And this is an all-star now. It's a good machine. It always makes the top
Tombstone in fight, which was impressive.
That was a classic. One of my top 10 Battlebots fights.
Oh,
What a fight.
It seems to be quite the inconsistent machine, though.
It's made top 16 in 3 and 4.
It didn't make it in 4, it lost to Blacksmith.
Oh, well, I'm not the most qualified person to be talking about this.
I don't know, this machine is like, seems to be inconsistent for me. It's like, in a weird way, it's like Exterminator in a way of how it's inconsistent, how it can just go from having a really good series to a bad series to having a mediocre series.
I'm going to say this time, they've had a lot of time to get this working. I think RotatoR's going to have a good series this time.
I mean, I think they're going to have a good one this year.
Could be RotatoR's finest series, I'd go as far as saying.
I think they're going to do quite well, then they're going to come across a vert and get ruined, because they don't like verts.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Rusty.
Rusty! The meme. The memes.
This is quickly becoming a fan favourite. This is like the huge of Season 5.
This is the jellyfish of BattleBots this year. It's just, you don't even need to see it fight and it's already popular.
I've seen it in the test box. What a peculiar robot. It's a reciprocating axe.
Wow, I don't even know what that means.
So it means, see the tip on it? It goes back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And the arms come down like an axe.
Ah, so it's like a spring-loaded type spike thing.
Yeah, except it goes really fast. Kind of like a dagger.
Shouts to World of Rudro, who's currently making like a smaller version of Rusty for some event.
Is that a ball? I think that's a ball on the top of Rusty.
It's a really cool looking thing. It looks like something from some sci-fi movie. I could very much see this in like a Red Dwarf episode or something.
It's genuinely, I think it is genuinely Rusty as well. Like, unlike the Robot Wars robot Rusty, which wasn't actually Rusty. It looks kind of clean. This is a vivid orange cartoon Rust. This is beautiful though. It's not got bright pink colours it's very bodged, but it's so refreshing to see something
It gives me
like this.
old sci-fi film vibes of the appearance.
Oh yeah.
But the good kind of old.
Yeah, I love Rusty. Will it win fights? Will it even come out in one
go
piece?
4-0, but it'll be fun as hell.
4-0.
To see.
Wow, that's a great run. Rusty's gonna go 4-0.
Right, I'm meant to say 0-4. I'm meant to say 0-4, but if it, no, screw that. 4-0. It's gonna beat Tombstone. It's gonna beat Witch Doctor. It's gonna bring Bite Force back just to beat them. And then in the grand final, it's gonna defeat Kenny Florian and Chris Rose at the same time.
Oh my god.
Imagine if that happened, just like Kenny runs on stage and just kicks one of the robots in the face, saying it's flying, and then just Chris is like, huge hit there, Kenny!
I'd love to see Kenny versus Chris. Chris is not gonna win.
Can we just get like all of just the people, like Farouk, Chris, Kenny, the judges, Mr. Psycho from the audience, just all in the fight together?
On another note, Jenny Taft is not coming back this series, which is kind of sad. She was good last series.
Yeah, she's probably busy with Formula 1 stuff.
But we've got our favourite judges back. We got Jason Bardis, Lisa Winter, and Derek Young. I'd like to see Mark Satrakian as a judge, but those guys are
how they
great.
have former competitors
Oh yeah,
on the show.
they're most qualified to do it instead of like some random smart people.
Yeah,
Like Robot Wars.
it was a lot better than when in the ABC Battlebots, when he had a special guest judge who was like some actor.
I think one of them was genuinely like one of their lighting guys. They just got one of the behind the scenes crew and just said, "You're the judge for today."
Can we just get like Mr. Psycho from the judges? That'll be fun.
Imagine just like Stephen, Anthony, and Mr. Psycho.
See, Stephen and Anthony were meant to do some judging stuff at the live event I actually went to. But
At Cheltenham, yeah, they were.
Yeah, I actually did talk to them a bit.
Yeah.
Great guys. Anyway, getting distracted.
Irish. Anyway, moving on. Sawblaze.
Yeah, Sawblaze. Skorpios is better. Sorry, I've just felt the need to trigger my entire fans.
I'm more of a Skorpios fan myself, but Sawblaze on paper has done better.
Sawblaze is Coca-Cola, Skorpios is Pepsi.
Oh, by the way, what are your opinions on Hammersaw?
I think Hammersaw is a good term. Yeah.
Jevin has left the chat.
All the Americans sub to my channel and all the Brits leave.
You're gonna have to leave the UK entirely now. You're gonna have to watch your back.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave the UK entirely, go to America. But no doubt me, I then have to adopt the term reverse flipper. Right.
What does that even mean?
Just roll them below the floor.
But nah, Sawblaze. Sawblaze is a machine that did annoy me a bit last time because they got automatic access into the top 16. I would have preferred it if Hypershock took their place and then they fought huge, but
I have to say, I loved Sawblaze in season 3. I was a bit disappointed when they kind of went for more of a vertical spinner on an arm. I loved the circular saw. The sparks. It was so nice.
Oh, absolutely. Season 3 Sawblaze above Season 4 Sawblaze in entertainment for
but
me.
Unfortunately, it doesn't look like the saw is ever coming back.
Yeah.
It's a real shame. It really is. I love the saw.
Yeah, the spinner is the spinner is powerful, but I much prefer the saw. I mean, hopefully, like Jameson brings it back for like an exhibition match or something.
Skorpios also ditched the saw as well. It's kind of a shame.
Yeah, but I feel the vertical spinner fits Skorpios better. I think.
Speaking of Skorpios, Skorpios is next.
Yeah.
And that to me
When
looks
are
like
we
a
gonna get
circular thing.
Sawblaze Skorpios as a main event? When are we gonna get it?
Yeah.
We've been wanting that as a main event ever since both machines appeared.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some badass names for RotatoRs, but Orion Beach is the best.
Oh, that is one of the best ones.
Jameson
He
goes
went
up
to
there,
space.
but Orion Beach, great.
He went to space. Like, he is the definition of the true Chad of robot combat.
We were just saying how Skorpios has ditched the disc, but that looks like a Sawblaze in their glory shot there.
Yeah.
Tell me that's not a Sawblaze.
I think it's a Sawblade. It looks like they just like it looks like they just grabbed pizza and just ripped its face off and stuck it to
Oh
Skorpios.
goodness.
Yeah.
Skorpios
Also-
was the first robot confirmed for this season as well.
Can we just get an F in the chat for the television?
Oh yeah.
We just need an F in the chat for the TV.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah, that
so
TV
sad.
die. It commit die.
Yeah. I mean, if only Jonathan Pierce was there, then he'd probably say, "You're on TV!" And
Imagine Jonathan Pierce joining Chris and Kenny for one off.
oh, that would be so funny.
One. Oh.
Yeah, and then Knight Rider would then show up, back out of retirement, just to ram its spike through the TV, Skorpios destroyed, and then just die for no reason. Because that's what Knight Rider does best.
Sharko.
Fantastic.
Oh, Snookums.
Yeah.
I don't think it's called Sharkoprian anymore. I think it's just called Sharko.
I think that's just because the creator of it realised, hang on a minute, no one actually calls it Sharkoprian, they all just call it Sharko. So
Why was it ever Oprian? Why did the Scorpion come from? Like, did it ever look like a Scorpion? I don't know. But this is basically Excelsior from King of Bots 2. Which is all
Who
gonna be.
actually got the old Sharkoprian in the end?
I don't know.
Who actually got the old Sharkoprian in the end? Because I believe they sold it.
Can't remember. It was a decent robot though. That spinner was powerful. But they've ditched it now and they're going for like a flipper jaw thing.
Sharkoprian is living proof that you don't need a lot of money to make a good machine. Because it was made from like it wasn't made on a very high budget, and it was still a pretty solid robot.
Yeah.
And that's the thing I respect about the guy. I wish I remembered his name. Because he makes some great machines on a low budget, which is really cool to see.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And this is going to be like a passing of the baton, because he's retiring and he's passing on to a new team, and they're both going with Sharkoprian this season, and then next season it'll just be the new team that have it. So it's good that even though the old team are retiring, that Sharko will live on under a new team. So that's kind of cool.
This one never die.
Also, I had probably the greatest debut to Snookums I ever could have. I was watching Rossetti's Wars, I saw Snookums, it fought Tetanus Booster, and its face got ripped off.
I remember that fight! That was a banger!
Man, Rossetti's Wars is a banger, just in general.
I used to watch 1 and 2 back in the day.
Will Flexstream ever win in Rossetti's Wars? We will never know.
Yeah, I've not watched it in a bit. I'll probably watch it like soon.
It's so weird, some of those robots do something like Zeus and 259.
Zeus on Project 2 Hexam did amazingly.
It's so strange. Oh.
For some reason I do remember Project 2 Hexam on Dice.
Oh yeah.
I have to keep telling myself this is not a CAD. This is Shatter. The real Shatter.
This machine looks bloody gorgeous.
Oh my! I really want them to reach the top 16. They did decent last series, and I so badly want them to do well.
This might as well be the prettiest machine I've ever seen in Battlebots history.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
It really is.
It really is. The original Shatter already looked fantastic, and
But this is next level.
And this doesn't die randomly.
Oh, I hope so too, because Blue is one of my favourite King of Bots robots from Season 1.
Another thing...
Shatter disappointed me a little bit because of reliability. I want to see it, like, have Blue levels of success and power here.
You know, you never saw This Is Fighting Robots, did you? Because Blue came back for that, and I was so annoyed. Because, again, it was the team thing, and they had to choose the top 8, and Blue got eliminated by the celebrity, even though it had won all of its fights. Blue got eliminated.
What was this celebrity like famous in? Like, I don't know, like...
I think it was a K-pop star. Like that.
Noob. They're just a noob.
Oh. But I love Shatter. I really want it to do well this season. Slammo!
Yeah.
This is the robot to get rid of the Danby curse.
I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm
They did well at Robot Ruckus. They did well at Robot Ruckus, definitely.
It seems to be more the Danby curse isn't that they do badly, it's that they just do badly on camera.
But see, here's the thing. Predator and Foxtrot were both made in like a time span of 2 weeks. So they were both extremely rushed and as a result didn't work. Slammo has already been functionally complete for a year.
That's true, actually.
It's got lots of sponsors. It's got Mobot as its sponsor. So obviously it's no longer Team Danby. It's Mobot basically. But
it is the end of the Danby curse.
They've got more money. They've got more time. Oh god.
It's now the Mobot curse. No, I really want to see a Danby machine.
The moment Krieg wins a fight, it's gonna be emotional. He deserves it. He really deserves it.
Definitely. Honestly, I know not many people share this opinion, but I do. If Foxic didn't go on the floor flipper in Series 9, I think it could have won that heat, no problem.
But then its lifter probably never would have got working.
But the reason its lifter didn't work was because Craig didn't screw on this like one bolt just to make it work.
Okay, so it wasn't like an Iron 6 kind of problem. That just did.
Yeah, because what happened was he was too busy helping other people
that
he forgot to do it.
Good guys. We've gone on to Robot Wars again. What are we meant to talk about?
Next we're gonna like move on to like Robotica or something.
Oh dear. Slapbox.
Oh my god, this robot literally is a Robotica competitor.
It's got a hooked lifter. It reminds me of Tango from the UK, Extreme Robots.
It does actually.
I love the design of this thing, and it did okay in Robot Ruckus last year. It's a decent robot.
We need like a Robot Ruckus count just every time it's said.
I have to say though, I feel like there's a lot of Robot Ruckus robots competing in Battlebots this year.
I assume.
Slapbox reminds me a lot of Wendigo. It just does. Just a four-wheel drive robot with a lifty thing on it.
I feel like it's gonna be one of those robots that just doesn't really get an on-air fight. It'll just get those Science Channel bonus fights. That'll be worth.
Oh yeah, I think so too. This seems like a robot that like would do well in a different Robot Combat show, but it just doesn't seem like it would do great in a Battlebots arena.
I love it though.
Oh, I like it too. I like it too, but like some machines are just do better in other robot combat shows because the arena. That's why arenas are such a big factor in fantasy tournaments, guys. People underestimate it.
Now we have a very blurry image here. But this is SMEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEE.
Oh, Mark's attrition.
Oh no, wait, I only did 6E. Hang on, SMEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeee
Okay. Okay. SMEEEEEEEEEE is literally the jellyfish of BattleBots in that it's just being memed on. This is the shitpost.
14 foot wide.
This machine is the shitpost bot of BattleBots this year.
Oh, I love it.
Like last year had Mammoth. This year it's all about SMEEEEEEEE.
Exactly.
It's the SMEEEEEEEEEEEE.
We've gone from huge in Series 3 to Mammoth in Series 4 to SMEEEEEEEE in Series 5. We always get like a semi-successful meme bot. So it's got its undercutter spinners, and it's like a wraparound wedge. It's so crazy. I think it could do well as well. It could do pretty good.
It could. To just shout out to BattleBots Explained for actually tackling this design.
And he did it very well. His model was really nice.
Yeah. And also shout outs to Typhoon Robotics for making a parody of SMEEEEEEEE and just calling it E.
And we already know about
EA Sports.
EA Sports is in the game. Pay £5 to continue to the next screen.
This is great. Sparkanock. Another one I love. It's got the pink again.
Trans flag would look so good on a machine. It makes me wonder how other LGBT flags would look on robots, to be honest.
It's great. I just love the pink again. Like, it looks so good on robots.
This one's cool to me, because it's just really cool that we're getting a lot of diversity in robot combat makers. That's just really nice to see.
Yep.
Yeah, basically all men before.
Yeah.
What is the weapon on this? It's a spark axe, and I think it's got a lifter on it as well. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I like the design of it.
Yeah. It's kind of like a grabber. The wheels I'm worried about though. They look very easily spinnered.
I am a bit worried about how the internet will react to this machine, because I mean, of course, people on the internet, there are of course people who were boomers, let's say, but it's just a cool machine, and I'm just glad that we're getting a lot of diversity in robot combat.
Best of luck to the team. Yep.
Yeah.
Hopefully it does well.
It shows how much it's evolved. It just showed how much robot combat's evolved. And speaking of robots who've evolved, Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero has gone from
crap
to actually competent last series. This could be Sub-Zero's series. Can we also just mention...
could be the next Bonko.
Yeah.
They could be the next Bonko.
Team XD have always said, like, oh, this is it. We're never coming back. And then they come back.
And they get better.
Yeah. Fun fact, Sub-Zero used to be Bounty Hunter, which was actually very good in RoboGames 2011. And then it got replaced as Spartan in 2012, and then the robot got sold again and became Sub-Zero and competed in Battlebots.
Yeah. And hey, if they don't do well this year, they'll probably just come back next year with just a cardboard model of Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat.
The design though, I love it this season. They've got like snowflake, icicle kind of...
Oh yeah, their shoes. This looks like Yeti if it was a flipper.
You know what's quite good though? We don't have Yeti, we don't have Bombshell, we don't have Blacksmith, some of these big names. I don't want to comment on Bronco yet.
Of Robot Wars. Just all the big names are gone, so it's going to give room for new boys.
Or some of the old ones which kind of flew under the radar.
Yeah. Yeah, and Sub-Zero could maybe be the Bulldog breed or the Atomic of BattleBots, who knows?
Although I think Icewave and Bronco are rumored that they might be there, but might not. They're very much rumored.
Oh, who is this machine?
Here we go. Tantrum.
Oh, yeah, my favorite machine. What do you call it always?
Tantrum.
Yeah, Tantrum. I mean,
Tantrum is
champion, sorry.
It looks so cool this year.
Boxing champion. Oh. I just love the contrast in names. Tantrum is quite an original name, but boxing champion.
Might as well have just called it like Cassius again.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, that would be kind of fitting. Just naming. Yeah. Just calling. Just being coincidental by having the same name as a Series 2 robot.
Oh dear. It's a weapon
So
which...
boxing champion.
Oh dear.
I'm going to call it boxing champion throughout this entire segment, and there's nothing you can do to stop it.
I can kick... Actually, no, this is your Discord server, isn't it?
Right, so boxing champion, it's quite a cool robot. I need to stop calling it that.
You just need to stop talking, because you're not going to be able to take this seriously.
Boxing champion are quite cool in that it looks like a middleweight, but it's a heavyweight. It's that
so
compactly
compact,
built.
Yeah, it's definitely a damn heavyweight.
I could be seeing some good stuff from boxing champion.
Looks like that spinner's slightly further out this season, because I think that was one of the main complaints last season, is that spinner never really came out of the robot enough.
Oh yeah, and it did have a lot of power behind it.
I want to see a big punch this season. If I see a big punch, then I'm happy.
The question is, do we see boxing champion becoming a boxing champion?
No.
Find out on the
Oh my god. Let's move on before I say boxing champion again.
Here we go.
I mean,
the most copied robot of all time. No other robot has had as many clones made.
Do we actually have anything new to say about Tombstone that hasn't already been said though?
The paint job this season looks so nice. I love it.
Oh yeah, it looks a lot cleaner.
I never liked the grey.
I mean, I always thought, Broken Blades has been one of the best Battlebots of all time. So,
you know, the thing about Tomb clones is they never seem to be able to hold themselves together as well as Tombstone does. They always seem to break or shatter or literally implode. But Tombstone never does.
It's because Ray Billings has the Krabby Patty secret formula. That's what it is.
I love Ray though. He's so great.
You want more? Yeah.
I would say I don't want Tombstone to win. That is nothing against Ray. I just want a new robot to win.
Oh, absolutely. I don't think Tombstone are going to win though, because
they were pretty unstoppable last series, and then Bombshell went and beat them in their only win of the series.
Which made everybody just hate Bombshell even more, as if they weren't hated enough already.
How did Bombshell make it to the top 16 with 0 wins?
We are not going to get into the Bombshell argument here.
I'm not gonna. They've had enough hate. I respect them for going into the top 16 with like a 1-4 record and then beating Tombstone. Infinite respect.
Shoutouts to Mike Jeffries. Shoutouts to Mike Jeffries.
They don't deserve the hate.
Oh no! That's all the producer's fault. That is. It's got nothing to do with the team.
Because, Bombshell, we could go on for ages about that,
but this isn't Fight Court.
Yeah, exactly. Moving on. This is Tortoisoid. Cheerbot. Now, this one I don't want to talk too much about because I'm not 100% sure if this one's in or not. Last time we knew they were intending to compete, but we've still not had confirmation that they actually got to the event. But it's a very interesting robot. It's got Kevlar armor that make the tortoise shell, and it's quite sacrificial, kind of like Ribbot, but it's a very unique design, and it looks like a decent vert.
All that comes to my mind is just Geobot.
Ah, the green, yeah.
Does Geobot have an actual plant on it?
Geobot was leaves. It was fake leaves. If it was actually living leaves. That would be so good. But yeah, don't want to talk about Tortoisoid too much yet, because it might not be in. But overall, looks like a solid, interesting design.
Yeah, I like the look of it.
This is one that I think's quite hyped up. This is Tracer.
Maybe I'll be Tracer.
I've seen a this one, but it is kind of worse.
I don't know. I think this one could do well.
Yeah.
I mean, because I'm on mobile, I'm not getting the best picture of it, but it looks like Saber, from what I've seen.
Oh, it's got the same colour scheme. It's a powerful vert. It looks very well built. This could be a top 16 robot.
This has been one I've heard about.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's the most hyped of the newcomers because we still haven't gotten to that thing yet.
A couple of months ago by the official Battlebots Facebook page. I don't know though. I think people are quite eager to see this one.
Yeah, but before we move on to the next one, I just got to say one thing. Maybe I'll be Tracer.
Moving on.
Oh, goddamn, we're not going to continue it. Oh.
Uppercut.
Sure you can.
This is the season 4 image. So again, it might have changed a lot. Uppercut really surprised me last season.
What I said uppercut is just sure you can.
Oh god.
Just sure you can.
Uppercut. I don't want to say they're a bad robot because they're not. But I was really surprised they made it in the top 16. They always seem like a very mediocre robot, and I think they got extremely lucky last season with a combination of easy draws and friendly selection committee. I don't know.
This machine came very close to beating Bite Force, and ever since I learnt that fact, I've grown a lot more respect for this robot.
Yeah.
I think Uppercut. I don't think it'll do as well as. It'll do a Warhawk. It got in the top 16 just, and then didn't do very well the next season.
Yeah.
I think that's.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
But I like Uppercut. For like a 19-year-old who built this thing, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and I can see this one being a pretty strong machine in the future. Could be a contender in the future when things get better, because it's got a lot of power in the bar.
Still, 2020 Uppercut might be completely different. So don't want to make too many assumptions. Valkyrie. We're getting to like the final few robots now.
Oh yeah, it's a machine that I've been hearing all the hype about.
Lots of people want to see Valkyrie. It looks crisp this season.
Valkyrie is just brilliant.
Oh, it's so good.
It looks like they got a new blade.
Yeah, it's like a tri-blade.
Yeah, like Waiachi.
Yeah.
Valkyrie's a machine that keeps getting so close to the top 16, but they've just never quite been able to make it.
It's getting there.
Yeah.
This will be its year.
To do it this year. I reckon it might be able to do it this year.
I did this earlier with Hypershock. I'm gonna say potential champion. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't think Hypershock will win it, but top 4. Valkyrie, top 16 worthy. They keep getting better and better and better.
They seem like they're on like, the same level, even though it's not
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. But I mean, and this is the one that I've heard all the hype about. War Easy.
Hypershock, yay.
It looks like Hypershock, doesn't it?
That's my joke.
I'm not sure about your guys' experiences, but from my experience of the hype, this out of all the newcomers, this has been the one I've heard the most hype about. People.
I was
People
gonna say
seem
1
to
and
be-
3.
People seem to be very hyped for this thing, and I don't blame them. It's a very King of Bots-esque machine, but the good King of Bots.
I'm sorry, but I'm actually gonna go on the other end of the spectrum and say this one looks pretty underwhelming. I don't think it'll do very well at all. 1 and 3 at best. It just, I don't know.
Wow, we're both on all opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
I think it's going to do well. Akimbi is in the middle, and you don't think it's going to do that great.
I don't know. This is something about it that just. I just feel like it'll just be very average. But we'll see.
I think it could be a contender. I think it could pull off some upsets.
Either way, one of us is going to be right. Because you're going for like a very good robot. I'm going for a pretty bad one, and then Akibi's going somewhere in the middle. So, one of us.
Whoever is the most correct gets to fringe our profile picture of the week. How about that?
Alright, Whiplash.
Whiplash.
Silence.
I mean, Whiplash has never really been the most popular machine. I mean,
Model Wars champion.
It's still unbeaten in Robot Wars Omega.
And it's the Model Wars champion. It does well in fan-made Robot Wars.
Yeah. Although even in fan-made Robot Wars, they never seem to be that popular.
I don't even like my Whiplash, and it won Model Wars.
Whiplash always seems to be that machine that does really well, but it just not many people like it.
What I love
Whiplash.
Why was Splatter so god awful, but Whiplash was so good? They were essentially the same robot. Why was Splatter so bad? Akimbi logic.
The thing with Whiplash is that it's kind of like the spawn again of Battlebots in a way, in that it's a very successful machine that just nobody likes for some reason.
I think it's a cool machine. I like Splatter more. Don't know why.
I mean, honestly, no disrespect to the people who made Whiplash. It's a really well-built machine.
Again, I think we should emphasize that, we mean this with the utmost respect. We're not trying to criticize any robots here. They're all fantastic. I want to say, if I ever come across as judgy, I love all these robots. They're all amazing. I'm just saying my honest thoughts.
And I just have respect for people even building these robots. And I do, and I am one of the few people who does like Whiplash, so... Yeah.
I like Whiplash. I think it's a solid machine. Top 16?
Yeah. I think Whiplash is probably going to make it to a top 8 again. Top 8 finish.
I'm going to go top 16. Maybe not quite top 8.
Definitely top 16.
Yeah.
Last one? Witch Doctor.
Could they do it? Could they do it?
They could.
That is the question.
They could. I don't know.
They could.
Because I think this is one of the contenders to win this year.
Yeah.
I've always quite liked Witch Doctor, but they always got called overrated, which they probably were until last season. Until last season, they actually proved that yes, they are good, and they do deserve the hype.
And Jonathan F got very sad. Shout out to Jonathan. I do think Witch Doctor. I don't think Witch Doctor will win it, although definitely top 4 worthy.
Yeah,
They're kind of like the Firestorm of Battlebots in a way. A very popular, successful, battle-hardened veteran that does very well, but they just
quite make it.
never been able to do it.
There's just something slightly off.
Yeah. Yeah, although unlike Firestorm, it doesn't keep losing to the eventual champs.
So,
I mean, they won a side event.
Yeah, side event.
Yeah.
Probably,
Yeah.
Yeah, so Witch Doctor is just... Yeah, I do think they are in contention of potentially winning it, and I think with Bite Force gone, they're going to be one of the favourites. I don't think they're going to quite be able to do it. I'm expecting top 2 at best yet again before losing to, I don't know, someone like, I don't know, Rusty. Yeah, Rusty, definitely.
Rusty for the win.
Yeah, and then they're going to come second again. The team captain of it's going to find this so unepic, she'll just chuck a hat on the floor and just stamp on it. Before they just be like, you know what, I'm off to the pub, bye.
But with that, we are done. We are done. That is 60
This
Robots.
way too long.
Let's see, let's take a little lookie at time. 2.5 hours, almost bang on.
Oh, wow.
However, we do know, I know of one robot which is definitely still in, that hasn't been confirmed yet. And there may be a few more.
I'll probably do a video on the robots that have been revealed to the public after the recording of this. Just a short little one.
62 is a very broad number that's subject to change.
Big number considering all the circumstances.
See, I'm really fed up of people saying, "Oh my god, this is a bad season." This is still the biggest season, the second biggest season we've had. We're still getting more robots than season 1, 2, and 3. It's just because we got spoilt with the promise of 80 robots. And it's gone down to 60. It's still not much. It's not much of a decrease. Still a ton of robots.
So yeah, overall, so what have we learned today? We learned that Boris put the country in lockdown to keep a Ryan to himself. Boxing champion's a funny name. War easy is indecisive. Yeah, and Rusty's going to win everything.
Yeah.
So yeah. I've been the bot builder.
I've been
I'll link your guys.
I'm just here.
Yeah. Yeah. Go sub to Robot Combat Models for Model Wars. It's a way better series than mine, and he deserves the more subs. Go sub to Akimbi and Robot Wars Fallout. Very underrated up and coming series, I believe. And sub to me if you want.
I've not said this, I think I said this once before, but if I reach 200 subscribers by the end of the year, I'm going to scran a Scotch bonnet chili.
So if you want to see that, go sub to Robot Combat Models.
Let's go.
So yeah, yeah, so that kind of does it for this. And until next time, the Bot Builder out.
Bye-bye.
I guess I'm out now.